Real results without the hassle. Visit UniquePhysique.com or call today to schedule a consultation and unlock your weight loss potential. Unique Physique, your weight loss solution.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, April 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 81. In hour one of today's show, we'll recap the Saints' first-round pick as they take Texas left tackle Kelvin Banks. We'll preview rounds 2 and 3 coming up tonight, and we'll talk some LSU versus Tennessee. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome in to a brand new episode of OTB. It is Friday. It is game day. Oh, I should wear my jersey. Just thought about that. LSU-Tennessee in the box tonight. Cannot wait. And we've got a lot of NFL draft to recap as well. I apologize if my voice sounds a little shot. We had a very good time at Don Juan last night. Also, I did OTB solo yesterday, Snap solo, Rome, and then that draft show. So taxing on the vocal cords a bit, but a very fun Thursday sports day. And again, we'll get to all of it this morning. We'll also check in with Jake. He remains up there in Lambeau, boots on the ground. Place looked pretty crazy last night. Some of those wide shots. It's crazy to think that 250,000 people show up for the draft. I mean, there are a lot of NFL nerds out there because that's what that is, right? Like that becomes Comic-Con basically for NFL fans. Like there's no game to watch. All you're going there is to be amongst people who are like-minded and just love the league and want to talk about it, man. And it looked like you had that last night in Lambeau. Really cool images coming out of there. So we'll check in with Jake later on. We got Ribs coming by in the third hour for some champagne shenanigans, as well as my guy Eddie from Dreams Come True. Can't wait to catch up with Eddie once again. Again, DCTofLA.com if you want to give more on that a bit later. I'm not alone, though. I got Alondra Villarreal and Taylor Sharp in studio with me. Alondra, what's up, girl? How we doing? And Alondra, guys, made it to Don Juan last night.
Yeah.
Let's
I went
go.
for about an hour.
Straight from Lafayette.
Yeah. But doing good. Glad it's finally Friday. I felt like this was the longest week ever, but a lot of people have been saying that though. So I don't know if it's like Mercury in the microwave or whatever they say, but
Mercury in the microwave.
It's Mercury retrograde, but the joke is Mercury in the microwave.
I don't think I may be more confused than when you said you were going to eat Jake yesterday. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mercury in retrograde.
What does that mean? Oh, it's like a horoscope thing?
I think so.
Are you saying you're tired? What are you saying?
I'm saying that this week's been weird.
Okay,
and
the
like
week
really
as a whole.
long.
Okay,
but like
I see.
But a lot of people have been saying that is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, this is like well, you've never seen Trailer Park Boys.
No.
But in Trailer Park Boys, there's this guy, Ricky, who always tries to use classic sayings, but always screws them up and fumbles them because he's dumb.
Yeah.
And so he would be somebody who'd be like, yeah, it must be because, Mercury's in the microwave.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's the joke.
Okay, good joke.
Sorry, I thought.
Good joke.
I thought everybody knew.
I know, look, my brain's a little slow today as well. So, partially on me. Probably still kind of a bad joke as well. So, somewhere in between. It was great seeing you last night. Know that you have a good time there amongst the swirling clouds of smoke. Don Juan was packed.
It was packed.
For the draft.
Yeah. There's a lot of people there.
It was very fun. Nowhere to be found was Tay-Tay, but he was at a rehearsal dinner, and I saw a text from somebody at the same rehearsal dinner saying that Taylor was going around telling everybody the New Orleans Saints were going to pick Jackson Dart.
This is a joke, right?
I think the person probably knew what they were doing, but I did have my sources tell me that you said the Saints were going to pick Jackson Dart.
No, absolutely not. We can go back and check. Months now, I have said I would not take a quarterback in the first round of this NFL draft. I mocked Mason Graham to him the other day.
Not what you would do. Not what you would do. What you thought they were going to do.
No, I didn't think they were going to do that. Maybe, I don't know how you can confuse this. They asked, will the Saints trade back up into the first round and take Jackson Dart? And my response yesterday, 2 days ago, a week ago has always been, I hope not. If you like Jackson Dart, just take him at 9. Because if you like Jackson Dart enough to trade back up in the first round, you think he's your franchise quarterback.
You're giving up a ton of cap. You're giving up capital anyway.
If he's your franchise quarterback,
yeah.
He's worth a number 9 pick. So no, don't trade up. Just take him at 9 if you like him. Do I want him to take him at 9? Absolutely not. I think they made the correct move.
Maybe you mentioned something about the odds that were trending towards Jackson Dart at 9.
I was just asked about him, and I was like, I hope they don't take him, but if they do, just take him at 9, not back in the first round.
I like to think that
why would you not take him at, if you're going to trade back up to 20, just take him at 9.
I like to think that you gave a speech, and in that speech, you just used it to go full Mel Kiper and berate all the teams who didn't agree with your mock or your analysis of the draft.
No, I don't love Shedeur nearly as much as Mel Kiper. We'll get into that, I'm sure. Guys, I thought he was going to give a eulogy.
It seems like he's on the payroll.
Night.
Seems like he might be on the Sardashian payroll.
When Shedeur Sanders didn't go 21, and I never thought he was going to go 21, and what was the report that came out yesterday? The Steelers also liked Dart more than Shedeur Sanders. He didn't go 21. Mel Kiper's up there yelling, comparing Shedeur Sanders to Tom Brady, to Joe Montana, to Brock Purdy, to all these guys that didn't go in the first round. I'm like, no, he was never going in the first round, man. We had talked about the chances of him falling literally a month ago on this exact show. He was never going that high. And Mel's up there freaking out, which is weird because Mel Kiper was supposed to retire 15 years ago when Jimmy Clausen didn't become a good NFL quarterback. He said that on air. So, I don't really know what's going on. I don't know when Mel's ever actually right about
Mel into retirement. The man who built the spectacle that you saw last night.
Did he build that though?
Hell yeah, he was a key piece of it, dude.
Does Mel fire
Mel
people
Kiper's been synonymous with the draft for 40 years.
Mel fires people up, obviously. We're sitting here talking about it, but what's Mel ever actually right about?
But nobody's right about the draft. Literally every mock in the world fell apart the second pick when the Jaguars traded up to get the Browns.
Well, I was telling you, I went and looked at our Rivers had us send in a station survey yesterday about 1 o'clock. She put it out. Me, Musso,
so this is who would the Saints pick at 9?
Or I guess who should they take at 9? I think 4 of us went Mason Graham, myself included.
Yeah.
Now, granted, he
ended
wasn't
up being
there,
off the board at 5.
But none of us, except Ross Jackson, had Kelvin Banks.
Because I'm a man, I said Jackson Dart, noted Star Wars fan. Once I learned that Jackson Dart does the eye black down one side to emulate Anakin Skywalker's scar, I knew that was a guy I wanted a piece of. Unfortunately, it was not meant to be. In fact, secret good sign for Giants fans here, okay? So Jackson Dart does that. I believe that Abdul Carter puts Darth Vader on his nose tape. So major big Sith energy coming out of that draft class in New York right now. Might be the class that turns it all around for the G-men. But so it was not any of the guys. So, okay, so station survey says everybody was wrong except for...
Yeah, Ross Jackson, he put it out about, 2 o'clock? Oh, no, it was during match show, so probably 3. He put it
Our
out.
guy, Ross Jackson, LouisianaSports.net, guys. We talk about it every single day. Ross does such a good job of spearheading Saints coverage on LouisianaSports.net. He said the Saints would select Kelvin Banks, and he was correct. And I got to be honest, dude. I think the Kelvin Banks pick is a great one. It is, and again, this is, so I think this is how you can kind of evaluate draft picks. Positionally, does it make sense, right? Like, does the actual position you're chasing make sense to draft? And then how do you feel about the player? And I know that these Saints have invested a ton in O-line, so it's kind of brutal that it still stands out as a need. But guess what? That doesn't change the reality. It still is a need. And so I love Nick Underhill's analogy of this is like buying new tires on the car, a new roof for your home. They're things that are expensive, but not sexy, but you have to do them. And this is Kellen Moore continuing his philosophy that he has stated from day one, which is building from the inside out. It's a game won in the trenches. And in an ideal world, you see how a great left tackle, though again, he has some positional versatility, but you see how great left tackle work out in this team. I mean, in an ideal world, you have Banks at left tackle, Ruiz and Penning at guard, I think, McCoy at center, and then maybe move Fuanga back to right tackle. And like, that's a group that the tackles are, I think the tackles and centers are really good, which could help potentially raise both the guards level of play. Like the guards aren't that good there, but that's enough there. And really having both tackles, if both guys work out, having both tackles on rookie deals is really friendly for a quarterback long-term. So positionally, going after left tackle, even if it is the third guy taken to that position at 9, bit of a run there, positionally, I think it makes sense. So then we say, okay, well, what about the player? And it's harder to have a better college resume than Kelvin Banks. I mean, he just turned 21, and he started 3 years at Texas, 42 games, first-team All-American, won the Lombardi Trophy, won the Outland Trophy. I mean, what are we talking about? Like, sure, there's a chance he doesn't work out, but it's about as, how do I say this? Conservative, I don't know, maybe conservative is the word. It's just about as surefire of a guy as you're going to find. Like maybe he won't be all pro, but there's no disaster potential.
High floor.
On Kelvin Banks. Yes, thank you. Very high floor, you would assume. This is not drafting Trevor Penning because he has a good week at the Senior Bowl and you love his physical skill set and you think he has potential. This is not a potential pick. This is a guy, and Kellen Moore referenced this. This is a guy who has been proven playing Sunday guys every Saturday for the last 3 years. And he's been dominant. So I love the pick. I really do. I guess you could say, I know it's not the sexiest, but I love the pick. Mick Loomis said, it's a quote, if we're picking a player in the top 10, we want that person to be a key player for the next 8 to 10 years. We can sleep at night because we've got that position covered. Now, the Saints have they have a second rounder and 2 third rounders today. We'll get into all of that, potential players that could be on the market, but I really like the Kelvin Banks pick at 9. Actually, a bit more than I even thought I would have before it happened. Like, once I stopped and thought about it, I was like, okay, yes, this is a solid building pick in a new era of Saints football. When we get back, we got some Kellen Moore sound that Alondra cut up. Great job, Alondra. When we get back, we'll hear from Coach Teef and what he had to think about his new starting left tackle. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Uh-oh, guys. 11:01 today. Get your boy out there at Rouse's. Rouse's Supermarkets, Louisiana, from the original brick up. Okay, and so spring has sprung. Crawfish is in the air. You want to get yourself some delicious bugs? You can buy a bag and burl them yourself, or you can get them already burled. Also, for all the Catholics out there, you don't eat meat on Fridays, go check out the Rouse's Hot Seafood Bar. It is so good. It's not like in a day and age where everything costs an arm and a leg, or a arm and a claw. It's $9.99, and you get to stuff a styrofoam box full of whatever the hell you want. It's so good. It's so good. And then look, anything else you need for the weekend, any drinks, any food, any supplies, it's all there at Rouse's. So go check them out today. I'll be out 11 to 1, hand out gift cards and whatnot if you want to come say what's up. I'll be the one off of Burbank and Lee. Shout out Rouse's. Have a weekend.
Of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back, OTB. I do. So I'm actually not that hungover, guys. I am more tired than anything. But so Chad's saying I need a greasy sandwich. I would love a greasy sandwich. I realized I didn't eat dinner yesterday. I have one come my way though. I think River's gonna bring Chick-fil-A. A little chicken, egg, and cheese biscuit coming. Tasty. By the way, so maybe I have this wrong. I know it's not Lent anymore, but my grandfather never ate meat on Fridays year round. So F all y'all. Get out of here. I don't care about you. There's only one man that I care about, okay? And that's Coach Teef. So let's hear what Coach Teef had to say about his new starting left tackle last night. Let's just start with Kelmore 1. This is Kellen Moore on his first draft as a Saints head coach, or as a head coach.
It was a great process. It was kind of a fun culmination of a long process over the last few months. And so, it's that first opportunity for the coaching staff, for the scouting side of this thing, for all of us to team up on this process. And I felt like it's been a lot of fun.
What about Coach? Why did you want to pick an offensive lineman?
Yeah, certainly. I love the opportunity. Again, this is a trenches game. This is a game that's won up front in a lot of ways, and obviously my background has been around that in a lot of places I've been, and certainly this place is invested in it, and we feel like we can continue to do that. And so we feel like we're building a strength in that offensive line. We got a ton of really good talent there, and we're really excited about that.
This place is invested in it is kind of funny because they have. Now you haven't got the return necessarily. But look, if that answer sounds cliche and boring, it's because we keep making him say it. It's kind of on us. We keep asking him, and he keeps telling us, look, I believe you have to build up front. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a trenches game. So for whatever it's worth, it may be boring, but you can take it as honest, if nothing else. He's not putting on any airs. And look, yeah, when he was in Dallas, with the Chargers, with the Eagles, what did all of them have in common? They were good offenses with good offensive lines and a commitment to that position. What stood out about Kelvin Banks?
Yeah, just through the whole process, he's everything you want your organization to represent. The player, the person, 3-year starter. He's just turning 21 here next month. You meet him, you quickly are gravitated to him as a person, and you put on the film, and he gets after people. He moves people in the run game. He's a great pass protector. He just does an excellent job.
I would say one thing that I really liked hearing about Kelvin Banks is because obviously 42 starts, Outland Trophy, Lombardi, the accolades speak for themselves. But it's what Texas had to say about him, right? Texas loves this guy. Team leader, about the right things. And I think if you're a coach and you have to get this first pick of your head coaching tenure right, that's another element of the high floor that we were talking about. A high character guy who has already passed, the intangibles test in his program he was just in with flying covers. All right. How early did you identify Kelvin Banks?
Well, certainly we felt like we had 2 touching base points there. Certainly I did, being able to go to the pro day, being able to meet him at the combine. And so certainly we still had a couple opportunities. 30 visits sometimes come in for various reasons. And, we just felt like we had a great feel for him. Felt like, they had done a lot of work from a scouting department standpoint. And so, we felt really comfortable with it.
Give me more 5 here.
It shows the player and the person. Well, certainly when you combine the situation, he's a 3-year starter. He's really young. He's about ready to turn 21. For him to just hop in there and compete at that high of a level in, arguably some of the toughest games in college football that you're going to play, just shows the player and the person that he is.
He was asked about a particular game or moment that stood out on tape, and Moore said, yeah, all 42 of his career starts. So, all right, let's just close it out then. Coach Teef, once again, has building from the trenches always been a core thought for you?
Yeah, I think it's just you recognize the value of that in this game. If you have issues up front, if we have challenges, not a whole lot else can be accomplished without those guys. And so we recognize the value of that. I think that's the beauty of it. This place has continued to invest in it year in, year out. The last couple places I've been, it's been the same exact case, and feel like it's contributed to a lot of the success at other places and here included.
There you go. So I really like the pick. It makes a lot of sense to me. Do y'all have any thoughts on Kelvin Banks?
I was telling you during break, over 2,700 snaps in college, all of them at left tackle, only 5 sacks. That is your left tackle from day one. And, we've been critical of Mickey Loomis, and rightfully so, but, we were talking a second ago about it's kind of cultivated last year when you took Taliesin Fuaga. The thing everybody loved about him, he wasn't the best pure left tackle in last year's draft, but he could play everywhere but center, which is good because you needed everything but center. He was fine at left tackle, but you can move him anywhere. T-Bob, let's say Trevor Penning can't play guard, because I agree with you. In the perfect world, they move Fuaga to right tackle and Penning at guard.
Yeah.
But let's say he can't play there. That's fine. Put Penning at tackle. Fuaga can play guard. He did that at Oregon State as well. Like, this is almost like a 2-year process that they went through. They wanted best available O-lineman last year because they needed help everywhere, and you got best available left tackle this year. I mean, I think if you combine Fuaga with Kelvin Banks, I think it's a great 2 years in a row.
For what it's worth as well, they did mention the positional versatility of Banks, although he only played left tackle. Like, they think he could play guard if he needed to, blah, blah, blah. So really, in both Fuaga and Banks, they feel like you were talking about, they got two just really good offensive linemen. Because, like, maybe you tried to move Penning to guard, and it's a disaster, and, you know, it's too much of a chain for him after you put all this time in trying to figure himself out at right tackle. And then so maybe you bump one of those other two down to guard because that produces your best 5. And I like Banks' attitude and answer on this as well, where he basically said, look, man, I don't care. You know, my goal is to be one of the top 5. And if I earn that starting role, I'm going to give everything that I have. So he's not out here being married to anything either. Again, I think it's a high character, high talent guy that you got at a position that's going to help you for the future. Now, you wish you had a quarterback he was protecting. That would make everything better, but like it does raise the floor on your quarterbacks, whoever that may be. Spencer Rattler, if you get a guy today, it raises the floor there. Also, think about some of the improvement. Like the Saints 09 was not great last year, but they weren't the disaster of 2 years ago. And a lot of that improvement came from Clint Kubiak's system, a better system, putting guys in better positions to succeed. Well, we think of Kellen Moore as one of the premier offensive minds in the NFL right now. So in theory, you give him McCoy, who, and granted, hopefully everybody stays healthy. You give McCoy a couple of good tackles, which, that just helps the guard having better players on both sides of them. And you give him a better system, and like maybe the Saints line ends up being pretty good. Hope, right? It's a hell of a thing. All right, in terms of who these Saints could go after today, they got a second round, they got 2 third-rounders. Really, the story is all about quarterback, right? Here at the beginning of the second round, the over-under for Vegas for quarterbacks taken in the first was 2.5. They end up going under. Obviously, Shadur Shuck Milroe still on the board. And then you still got like the Ewers Howard tier of guys as well. Do you think the Saints trade up at 40? From 40?
No, I would not trade up at 40.
Especially with only 2 quarterbacks going.
Yeah.
And the Giants are off. They already got theirs.
Yeah, I'm going to say no.
Shador's still on the board?
Yeah, so who needs quarterbacks, Tay-Tay, that's going to be in the second round?
Cleveland, but
ahead of you.
Cleveland has 2 second-round picks. So they could potentially do something with that because they have 33, but by trading back from 2, they got 36 from Jacksonville. And so really it's Cleveland.
They're taking a quarterback.
I would imagine at least one of those picks, right?
Okay.
36, 30, but they're not taking 2 of them.
No.
So you got Cleveland and you got Las Vegas. For sure, you for sure think. And I'm not sure Las Vegas does.
I don't think Vegas would take a quarterback.
I'm not sure they do.
I mean, they just extended Geno. Pete Carroll loves Geno Smith. They got Ashton Genty. Like, Vegas probably has more value investing in a starter rather than a risky quarterback.
They need a receiver. I mean, as good as Brock Bowers is, they have Brock Bowers, they have Jacoby Myers. That's it. They need offensive linemen.
So those are the only quarterback-thirsty teams in front of you?
Yeah, pretty much.
Now the Giants are gone. Okay.
Yeah, because the Giants traded back up. Because it was always, everybody was like, okay, the Raiders may be interested in somebody for the future, which if you're interested in somebody in the future, wait till next year. It's a lot deeper class. And then Browns and Giants, but Giants took one.
Do the Browns go Shadur? And therefore, because a quarterback cannot succeed in Cleveland. Right? It is impossible. We have seen it time and time again. Is Shadur going to suffer the double whammy of not getting drafted in the first round and then going to Cleveland?
Good news is not a first rounder, so they can't pick up his 5th-year option. He can get out of there quicker.
That's true. I guess.
No, so here's who's in front of you. Cleveland 33, Texans, Titans, neither of them QBs.
No, yeah.
Cleveland again, so no.
Yeah.
Raiders, Patriots, Bears. So
Okay,
really
so
one
this
team,
is working out pretty perfectly
really
for
one
the
team if
Saints.
the Raiders don't take somebody.
Now, who could potentially look to trade up for one of these quarterbacks behind you?
So it's funny. The Bears are actually at 7 and 9, so they're in front of you and behind you. Jets at 10, the 10th pick, 42 overall. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
The Rams, if they want a guy for the future, but again, I'd wait till next year. It's a deeper class. Miami at 48.
So I feel kind of good.
Maybe the Jets would be the only team.
I feel kind of good. Like the Saints are trending to what I've been calling the ideal scenario, which is great player at 9, and then one of that tier of quarterbacks at 40. Okay, so let's rank the tier then. One of them will be gone, either Shadur, Milroe, or Shuck.
Yeah.
Probably Shadur.
I would imagine.
So you're probably looking at Milroe or Shuck.
I mean, think about all the reports we heard that like some people had Shuck as their number 1 quarterback.
I mean, to me, he's my last one. He's my last one.
I mean,
don't know, dude.
my last. You know how I feel about him.
He's so unexciting. He had one good year. I get that he has all the physical potential. Maybe I'm wrong here. Also, I know that a lot of people hand wave away the 26-year-old thing, but I kind of don't. He's 26 years old.
Well, and
what are we drafting? Brandon Whedon? The Cowboys?
If you're a starting caliber quarterback and Shuck starts 10 years, he's only 36. The quarterbacks play till they're 40 nowadays.
Yeah, I know, but still, I'm like, you should have been better in college. You were 30, playing with 18-year-olds.
Yeah, but I mean, those are grown men in college. Like, you're not 18 playing against 13-year-olds. You're 25 playing against 20-year-olds. Like,
I mean, you're 25 playing against 20-year-olds, though.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like
I don't know. I don't know. Tyler Shuck's just unexciting to me.
He's unexciting.
You know who I want.
But
you know who I want.
I know who you want. You probably want Jalen Milroe.
Oh, you damn right I
would not take Jalen Milroe in the 7th round.
Okay, well, you're an idiot. You and Moscona can go suck each other off. It's too early for that. I apologize, guys.
That was a lot.
That was my bad. Yeah. My bad. That's just some locker room talk, you know? Scrap. That's a throwback. Yeah, no, I think y'all are crazy, dude.
I think he's athletic.
Give Kellen Moore a chance to develop Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe in the black and gold. Are you kidding me? You know what I think? I think Kalen DeBoer sucks. How about that?
So you loved Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah, and I was wrong.
Okay.
You know, I was wrong. No Ryan Grubb. Ryan Grubb was always the secret to Kalen DeBoer's success.
I mean, maybe we'll find out this year. He's back.
Yeah, for real. Yes, dude. If the Saints get Kelvin Banks and Jalen Milroe at 40, that is a home run to me. You shaking your head, Alondra. Have you two been infected with Moscona's takes? Was it the drive from Lafayette that did it?
Well, I drove myself.
Okay.
But no, I don't know. Like, I'm just not into any of the quarterbacks this draft, and Shador would be like exciting, I guess, because of the whole Sanders thing. But now it's kind of like, well, nobody took him? Does anybody even really care? But I don't know. So I don't like Jalen Milroe. He's only good against LSU for some reason, but
y'all are so crazy, dude. You have a chance to select the one quarterback that has a superpower here.
So
also, this idea of make him the Taysom Hill, make him play something else, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. If you put Jalen Milroe at another position, he's just a guy. Also, you're asking him to learn a new position on the NFL level. Like, Jalen Milroe's value lies in unlocking that athletic potential at quarterback, right? There's a lot of guys, not a lot actually, credit to him, but there's many guys that are as fast as Jalen Milroe, but there's no quarterbacks, or damn near none.
Can he be a quarterback, though?
Yes.
That's my concern.
Yes. He has a great arm. I mean, decision-making is what he has to prove. He has a great arm. He has elite speed and physical skill set.
The problem
You're crazy if you don't think that that's such a high ceiling pick. I'm not saying it's going to work out, but like the potential is massive. Jalen Hurts, when did he go? Second round. Now, much better thrower coming out of college.
Jalen Hurts was a lot more polished.
Was Lamar Jackson that much more polished?
Lamar was great in college. Lamar won the Heisman Trophy in college.
I know. Jalen Milroe was not bad in college. What are we talking about here, guys? All Jalen Milroe did was he didn't take the jump from his first year starting to his second year starting like you expected him to?
I just look at the losses they had last year, and I'm not blaming him for the losses necessarily.
No,
but
like Oklahoma was a disaster.
go look. When he was shut down on the ground, look what he did through the air. For example, Michigan shut him down in the bowl game, okay? 16 carries, 7 yards. What did he do through the air? 50% completion, a touchdown, a pick. Oklahoma shut him down.
Michigan defense featuring, actually, I don't know who all played in that game.
Oklahoma
actually. To be
shut
fair,
him
I was
down.
going to say Mason Graham, Kenneth Grant.
Oklahoma's defense wasn't
Will
great,
Johnson.
okay?
I think maybe only Graham played. I don't know if Graham
Now,
did. I can't remember.
It's not his fault he couldn't run the ball, but 15 carries for 7 yards against Oklahoma. What did he do through the air? 11 of 26, no touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, T-Bob, it's across the board. Look at Tennessee, 14 carries, 11 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions in that game.
It's a funny thing. If you look at a player's worst games, they're going to seem pretty bad.
No, I'm just looking at their
Go
losses.
read Garrett Nussmeier's stats and losses.
I agree.
And you're going to say that Garrett Nussmeier's the best quarterback in the country. So what are you talking about?
Well, Garrett Nussmeier's
You can't
not
just
in
highlight
NFL
the
draft,
worst
so-
games of a player's resume and be like, this is him.
I'm not highlighting his worst games.
Yes, you are.
I'm highlighting when he can't run the ball and he's forced to throw the ball. He's not a good passer. That is what I am highlighting. I'll give you a win where he didn't run the ball good. Let's see what win we won where he didn't run the ball good. Here's one right here. 10 carries, 79 yards against Western. This is Western Kentucky. We're not
That
doing
is
Western
good
Kentucky.
running. What are you talking about? 10 for 79 is great.
Okay, here you go. 310 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. That's probably his best game when he wasn't able to run the ball.
And how do you even know? Like, the other thing about this is with sacks and everything, it's tough to actually parse what games he was running it well and not running it well.
Okay, in
Whatever.
the game against Oklahoma, 15 carries, 7 yards. His longest run that day was 11 yards. Against Tennessee, his longest run was 10. Against Michigan, he had 1 run for 41 yards. Against Vanderbilt, that was a loss. 7 carries for 10 yards. His longest run was 14.
All right, dude. Look,
When he's not able to run the ball, he cannot rely on his arm. He can't stand in the pocket. I worry about that within the NFL.
All right. Well, you enjoy Tyler Shuck because I hope that the Saints get Jalen Milroe, and I'm going to be proven right. This
Like
says,
with Derek Carr?
What's that?
Like with Derek Carr?
Yes. So somebody said like T-Bob's not allowed to weigh in on quarterbacks. It was Derek Carr take. But somebody else said T-Bob wanted Stanley Jean-Baptiste. I'll wear Derek Carr. I'm not wearing that. I did not want Stanley Jean-Baptiste.
We looked up that 14 draft yesterday.
It's the worst draft ever.
Because, like, Cooks was good, but he was only with you, 3 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody else, I don't think even played.
All right, I get him on an island with this Milroe take. That's fine.
Well,
You'll
that's
follow
Jake.
your overlord.
Well, that's Jake.
Yeah. All right, when we get back, let's talk a little LSU-Tennessee here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.com. That's the website to get to the best dealership here in the city. You want a brand new vehicle? You want to rent? You want to lease? You want a Toyota certified used vehicle or you still get warranty? It's all there, but at a great price, right? It's all there at All-Star. And look right there on the website. We've got some incredible deals going down right now in terms of financing, cash back. We have the buy 3 tires, get the 4th for $1 deal going down. That's your version of drafting a left tackle. If you got to do it, you got to do it. And so you might as well take advantage of the great steal there. Remember, if you need a body shop or a service center, you go into All-Star today. And it's open to all makes and models and be All-Star or done by Toyota. And you're going to get rapid turnaround times, free professional estimates, great lines of communication. Mention OTB, get $250 towards that deductible. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, allstartoyotabatonrouge.com.
Bayou Ford is taking 15 to 20% off all new 2024 models in stock. 15 to 20% off all new 2024 Ford models on our lot. Plus the complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary. For those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Don't have to tell your heart as a thing. Oh yeah, you just get it. Whole package, babe, I like the way you fit. God bless your dad's genetics.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Did that say I like the way you fit? God bless your dad's genetics.
The song is low-key freaky.
Whoa.
Is this Sabrina Carpenter?
Yeah.
I was about to say it's got to be Sabrina Carpenter.
Just listening to the lyrics, yeah. Not surprised.
Juno? Is that a shout out to the movie Juno?
I don't know.
Does anybody remember that movie?
Yeah, the girl who got pregnant.
Ellen Page getting pregnant? Yeah.
Great movie. Underrated movie.
It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
It was a good movie.
But I don't know what she means by that.
Yeah.
But I like this song.
It's a good song. I like
Yeah.
this song. I haven't heard it before.
All I know about the Juno reference for Sabrina Carpenter is every concert, when she's doing Juno or whatever, she gets in like a different sex position on stage.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So that's all. I don't actually know the song. I've just seen the clips.
Ava Marzwani says, T-Bob, which quarterback does the Cannon want to draft? That's a good call. I'll ask him. Knowing him, he's probably not on the Milrow train, if I had to guess. I don't know.
I would say,
we should call him.
If I had to guess, Bobby would say no quarterback this year.
Yeah, but I'm going to ask him, like, if you had to choose a
like
quarterback.
if you had to pick one?
Which of the The good thing is he doesn't wake up till like 10 a.m., so there's no chance he's going to see that. Or we're going to get an answer, but whatever. Okay, LSU, Tennessee in the box today. Massive game. And, well, both teams coming in sliding a little bit. It's interesting how these two teams mirror each other, not just in the fact that these are the last two teams to win national championships, not just in the fact that these teams have had, some really swingy times against each other lately. How about this? So Tennessee, remember, won all 5 matchups in 21. That was Paul's last year, right? That's where you won the Oregon regional. Then you end up losing to Tennessee in Knoxville in the Super Regional. They swept in the regular season this year. Then Tennessee in 22 beat you in the SEC tournament. But then in 23, you come back, you win the regular season series, and then you beat them twice in Omaha en route to national championship. But in 24, they sweep you, and they beat you in the SEC title game. So there have been some heavyweight matches as of late. Right now, y'all are really even in a lot of team stats. Like we said on paper, pretty much neck and neck. And in the rankings, you're neck and neck. Both teams in that 5 to 10 range right next to one another. And how about this? In April, you're both 8-5. Now, Tennessee's lost two series to Kentucky and Texas A&M the last couple of weekends, whereas LSU is coming off a good series win over a good Alabama team. But the Auburn sweep, combined with maybe losing on Sunday and then the 10-run rule, well, I don't really care about, but some people may be a bit disconcerted with that. The point is, it's interesting to see two dominant programs that have mirrored each other and traded punches over the last few years come in kind of the exact same form into the box this weekend. Again, 8-5 in April for both sides. Tennessee, 4-5 in SEC games this month. Just a little note there. So I guess the point of all of this is who's going to respond better to the adversity. Tennessee had player-only meetings on Monday. I know. Bit of a, is it too early? I mean, I guess it's not that early anymore. But is it, ripping the player-only meeting ripcord is a bit intriguing to me. I don't believe Jay Johnson's taking away cell phones or anything like that yet. So who responds better to adversity? Who comes out better ready to play this weekend? Let's go to break and leave ourselves a few minutes to talk about on the other side.
Off the bench.
Go to PelicanRoofing.com, PelicanRoof.com. Pelican Roofing is the company. South Louisiana's most trusted roofing company. Over 500 five-star reviews. And look, what started as a small operation has quickly grown into a name trusted for its quality, integrity, and customer care across state. Look, Lafayette, Baton Rouge, we got offices with both, and we have dedicated employees at every single step along the way, from answering the phones to each and every project having their own dedicated project manager. And over the decade of success, they've completed more than 7,000 roofs. So Pelican Roofing is your answer if you need your roof redone. Here's a review from, this is a long review, Thomas. Pelican Roofing has been a dream to deal with. The communication before, during, and after the process by Eric and Minnie was top notch. The job was done in a very timely manner, and the crew stayed out. I can't say. Look, the point is 500 five-star reviews. Pelican Roofing, PelicanRoof.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the 2025 Jeep Compass Sport for only $23,995. $23,995 or 2025 Jeep Compass with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
How you doing, young lady? The feeling that you're giving really drives me crazy. You don't have a play about the choke. I was at a loss for words first time that we spoke.
Welcome to the 7th ranked morning sports show in America. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
You expect me to just let you, but will you still respect me if you get it?
All I can do is try. Give me one chance. What's the problem? I don't see the ring on your hand. I'll be the first to admit. I'm curious about you. You seem so innocent.
So, just in pursuit, if we're cherry picking stats, shout out Colin in the chat. Point out that Miller had 491 yards against the Georgia defense, you know.
I forgot how good that game was.
I thought you were going to say I forgot how good Promiscuous Girl was.
I mean, that too. That too.
No, Georgia-Alabama game last year was awesome.
Well, because remember, like, Alabama was up, like, 34
Yeah.
to, like,
Yeah,
7.
they were killing them. They're
and then
murdering.
Georgia took the lead with, like, 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Alabama, that was a great game. I forgot about that game.
All right, let's do this. Sorry, I'm distracted. I think my wife has flu. Ugh, yikes. Jesus, never ends, does it? Let's talk Tennessee, LSU. Coming up tonight. What a treat, guys. Can't believe that this is only on ESPN Plus. This is not on, like, traditional television anywhere. Now, I know I'll be watching it with many of y'all. But Liam Doyle, Cade Anderson, the two strikeout kings of the SEC going toe-to-toe. And they got some fun things going down in the box this weekend. Tonight, they're going to honor the 50th anniversary of LSU Baseball's 1975 SEC championship team. On Saturday, Skip Berman's going to be signing copies of his biography outside of the stadium from 5 to 7 p.m. It's also the 25th anniversary of LSU's 2000 national championship team. So that's going to be great to go check out. And then on Sunday, the first 2,000 fans to get to the box will get an LSU baseball hat, courtesy of LA Blue. They also say rising country artist and LSU Tiger Timothy Wayne will throw out the first pitch.
Timothy Wayne, Tim McGraw's nephew.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tim and Timothy.
He is. He's very talented.
Balancing the demands of academia and a burgeoning music career, Wayne recently signed his first major label record deal and released tracks Guy with a Guitar, God Made a Country Boy, and That'd Be You with Capitol Records in Nashville. He also recently released his rendition of Mel McDaniel's classic, Louisiana Saturday Night. The LSU Tiger Girls will perform to Guy with a Guitar at the top of the third inning. Those names are funny.
No, they really
I'm
are.
sure Timothy Wayne is very good, but Guy with a Guitar,
Guy with a Guitar,
God Made a Country Boy, and That'd Be You.
Those are like those AI songs.
Yeah,
The AI country songs.
Straight up. But whatever, fun
But
weekend
no,
in the
he
box.
is talented. Yeah.
How do we feel? How do we feel about tonight's matchup? Liam and
it's going to be
Cade.
exciting because of Liam and Cade. But I mean, we talked about it yesterday. Liam is, if not the best pitcher in the SEC, maybe in the country. LSU's bats are cold right now.
Yeah, it's not great.
Tennessee, bomb hitters. So, but Cade Anderson, I have confidence in him.
Yeah,
I don't know if I have confidence. I mean, I do have confidence in our bats, just like right now, they're not where they're usually at. And teams in baseball, like in MLB, college, whatever, they go through this where it's like the dog days of summer, and it's kind of getting to that point in the season. You're already at the end of the season. Postseason's about to start. It gets a little rough.
Yeah.
Everybody's a little beat up.
I agree. I'm just hoping that Cade can raise his level of play like he did against Kyson.
Yeah.
Last time he faced the best starter in the SEC that had better numbers than him. Game 2, you got Ianson versus Marcus Phillips. It's interesting because Phillips has like good numbers, but a 2-3 record with a 2.96 ERA. So something is going wrong with the run support on Saturday for Tennessee. And I really love how Ianson's been coming along. I mean, Ianson has kind of quietly now amassed a 6-1 record, 3.5 ERA, best on the team, 83 Ks to 21 walks. So we're talking about a 4-1 ratio there. I like a little game 2 advantage for LSU Saturday night as well. And then I'm sorry if no Chase Shores announces the starter for Sunday. TBA on both. Did they do TBA last week?
I don't remember. I don't think we knew Connor Ware was the starter until Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll see where Jay Johnson ends up going there. But I'm excited for tonight, and here's to hoping that Cade Anderson can be his best out, that these bats can come alive. One thing to note, Tennessee's been very good on the road this year. They've won 10 to 12 games on the road. They've swept South Carolina, and they took 2 or 3 up against Bama and Ole Miss on the road. So they've been pretty good over there, or outside of their home. All right, let's do this. When we get back in hour number 2, we're going to dive into kind of another bit of a draft recap, looking at the league as a whole, looking at the NFC South as well. 8:15, Alondra's put together an SEC baseball weekend preview. A lot of exciting matchups going down. Hoping to catch up with Jake at 8:30. Keep it locked right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
YourGoodwood.com. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness Guy. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. There for you to get you to your best self. If you're suffering from ED, low T, lack of energy, low libido, take back control of both your life and your sex life with Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness. Now, you should, everything starts with getting your labs drawn, right? Because that's going to be the roadmap for putting together a custom plan for you to get you where you want to be. And maybe it's HRT. The science continues to show the benefits of HRT, and they are your HRT experts. But whatever it is, just know that at Goodwood, we're going to help you reach your full potential. And don't not do it because you're embarrassed, okay? No, we're done being embarrassed. We're going to be our best self at 25 with Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared toward seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit YourGoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, April 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 81 in hour 2 of today's show. We'll give a full round 1 recap as round 1 of the NFL draft occurred last night. We'll have Jacob Hester hop on with us also live from Green Bay at 8:30. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go! All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yo, what's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB, hour number 2. T-Bob, Alondra, Villarreal, and Telechon. Hanging out with you today. I hope you're having a great day. NFL draft last night. Very fun at Don Juan. Thank you to Don Juan. Thank you to everybody who came out last night. Great to see the crew. Shout out Brittany, Laurel, Shelby holding it down. Seeing all the partners. No shout out. Take out my guy Chuck, our resident Cowboys D-bag. Y'all would love each other today. Made for each other.
We've met.
He was in
the last 2 years.
In classic Cowboys form. He was making fun of the Saints for picking an O-lineman, only to then turn around and cheer when the Cowboys picked a guard.
Wait, he cheered?
Yeah, he was excited.
Okay. Yeah, well, that tracks.
It felt like copium. Where were you excited? Because that's what I want to do this hour. I want to talk a bit about kind of the rest of the draft as well.
I don't want to say disappointing, underwhelmed maybe. I thought they were going to go like a skill position, but they need O-linemen. I mean, I don't hate it. I would have really liked Matthew Golden. There was a lot of talks there, but I don't hate it. They needed offensive line. Yeah.
I don't know, guys. My brain just shorted out for a second. All right, let's do this. Okay, so kind of high-level notes from the draft. It got off to an immediate crazy start with the Jaguars, Liam Cohen, Duval, making a big move, trading up from 5 to 2, going after Travis Hunter. And it is kind of funny if you're going to invest 2 first-round picks into a player. Hunter is kind of like 2 first-round picks in some ways, so maybe you end up justifying that. Again, okay, before we talk about the Browns, what do you think their plans are for Hunter? Because everybody's been saying that it's defense, and only the Browns want him for offense, but I don't feel like you traded up to get him for defense. Especially not because all of the run-up to this draft was that the Jaguars wanted to make a splashy offensive addition. I think he's going to major in offense, minor in defense in Jacksonville here early on.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like the play because, I mean, Schefter mentioned it the other day. I don't think they're going Mason Graham because I think Liam Cohen wants an offensive player, and it made sense. I mean, we talked about McMillan. We talked about Tyler Warren, which we'll get into the Chicago Bears, but yeah, I think he's offense early. You need someone next to Brian Thomas Jr. You lost Christian Kirk in the offseason, so I like it.
Yeah, and so, I mean, there's no excuse left for Trevor Lawrence now. You're investing in him. He has to start to fulfill some of the potential that he had for that one season, or that he flashed for that one season. So I don't hate it from the Jaguars' perspective, although giving up a future first is always one of those feelings where I'm sure it feels good at the time to think you got your guy, but I'll be damned if it ain't going to feel bad come next year. But one interesting that I saw were Cleveland Browns fans upset that they didn't get Travis Hunter. And to me, I think this was a home run for the Browns. You get Mason Graham at 5. You're probably going to be not that good again, so you'll have a high first-round pick next year. And Jacksonville is freaking Jacksonville. They're probably not going to be that good. Maybe they are. Probably not, though. You get their first-round pick along with everything else. Like, this feels like just a haul for Cleveland here. And now you team up Mason Graham with Myles Garrett, and you're really looking like you're sitting pretty. You could even package those two first and go get one of those quarterbacks next year. Like, the Browns did something good here, I feel.
No, I think it's great. We talked about it the other day. I wanted Abdul Carter with the Browns because I thought he would be good with Myles Garrett. You just got a guy from the interior now. You weren't going to be good with Travis Hunter because you're the Cleveland Browns and you don't have a quarterback. You didn't really miss anything. You have 2 first-round picks next year. You have 2 second-round picks this year.
Yeah.
Cleveland trade those today if they wanted to and maybe make something happen in the future for next year. I mean, but you have so much room to grow here in this. I thought they were one of the bright spots of the first round.
All right, so then at 3, Abdul Carter, the Giants, because, of course, why would you not take him there? Will Campbell to the Patriots, we knew that, and Will Campbell becomes the first LSU Tiger, LSU offensive lineman selected in the first round since Alan Faneca. Pretty insane. Which, granted, Hanny did point out on the show last night that if Lyle Collins hadn't been hit with one of the most insane draft stories that we could possibly fathom, he would have gone first round, but it's still a pretty amazing stat nonetheless. And of course, why wouldn't you go Campbell, right? Talk about a high floor. That's another high floor guy. Well, what did you say, Tay? In his 42 starts, Kelvin Banks gave up 5 sacks.
5, yeah.
Okay, in Will Campbell's 3 years, I think he had over like 1,400 pass blocking snaps. He gave up 4 sacks. And both these guys are playing against Sunday guys week in and week out. So, and that makes it now the thing that's maybe more exciting for the Patriots than that of the Saints is he's protecting Drake May. So they feel now, if you're a New England fan, you should feel pretty good about the fact that you have 2 team-building cornerstones in terms of, okay, we got a left tackle on a rookie contract, quarterback rookie contract. That's a really good place to be if you're looking to rebuild. Those are good foundational pieces.
You see Campbell's interview when he got drafted?
We couldn't hear the broadcast in there, which is a bummer.
Do you want it? I have it.
Yes, give it to me.
Mr. Louisiana, but you just got a love letter from the New England Patriots. You haven't stopped smiling since you heard your name. What's behind that smile?
Man, just all the hard work.
Congratulations.
I've worked my entire life to be up here, to be able to get my name called by a franchise like New England. It means everything to me.
We can feel that. We absolutely can feel that, Will. You are brought to New England to protect Drake May. What kind of tone are you going to set on this offensive line?
I'm going to fight and die to protect them with everything I've got.
Congratulations, Will.
Oh, man, I'm going to fight and die. Hell yeah, man. That's what I want to hear if I'm a New England Patriot fan. It's crazy, man. That brought up some emotions in me, and I can't imagine what it's like being an actual draft pick because I was sitting there painting miniatures in my college apartment when I got the call that I was going to be a UDFA signing for $500. $308 after taxes, not to brag. And I cried. I was bawling when I got on the phone. I was so happy for the opportunity. So to be up there, keep it together like that, shout out Will Campbell, man. I'm going to fight and die. Print the shirts. If I'm a Pats fan, I'm printing the shirts today. I'm going to fight and die for Drake May. Okay. So There's that's Campbell at 4. At 5, you end up the Browns go Mason Graham. Again, I like that pick there for them. That takes on the board for the Saints, who that's somebody they would have been interested in, certainly. And then I feel like the Raiders are a winner here because they wanted Ashton Jeanty this entire time. It's the perfect Pete Carroll player. They've extended Geno Smith. They extend Max Crosby in the offseason. And it looked like maybe Jeanty was going to get snagged with all the Jaguars smoke, but they end up with their guy. So another winner there, I'd say.
Yeah, I like that pick. I like what the Jets did at 7. I know we were talking about it before the show. Armand Mimbu, he's one of the highest rated run blockers in this class. They're going to run the crap out of the ball in New York. Justin Fields, Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, like that offensive line needed a run blocker. He can also play guard as well. Like that was a good pick.
I haven't heard X the crap out of something in a long time. Can you imagine literally running the crap out of the football? Just run it so hard that the football starts dumping fecal matter all over the field. That'd be crazy.
Be a storyline.
I don't have much of an opinion on Mimbu. I like what you just said is everything that I've read. So sure. Then at 8, the Panthers end up going Jalen Walker. And already we see, no.
Tedero McMillan.
Oh, wait, that's right. You're right. Oh,
McMillan.
Sorry. Tedero McMillan, which was a bit of a surprise. Wow, here I am. Recapping it wrong. Trying to do it from memory. What do you think about Tedero McMillan there? Investing in Bryce Young, feeling like they saw enough last year where they're going to, give their guy a nice piece to work with if he cares about football.
Second year in a row, they've went receiver first round. If you remember, they traded back in late to get Xavier Legette last year. They're certainly giving him the pieces.
Accents, Xavier Legette, the best accent in the NFL.
They're certainly giving him pieces. I mean, he's got a good running back room back there. They're shoring up the offensive line. He's got 2 good receivers now. Like Bryce Young can't get it done this year. That's it.
Yeah. And he showed good growth last year as well. And then the Saints go Kelvin Banks at 9. And who rounds out the top 10?
Colston Loveland.
Yeah. The first shock of the night. As pretty much everybody, we had Tyler Warren as TE1. And not even really I never heard Colston Loveland's name once in anything in terms of the first tight end off the board. I will say credit to the Oddfather. He had Warren going over 9.5 on his pick, which did not feel like in a lot of the mocks that was going to happen, and it ended up happening. Plus odds for the Oddfather there. Man, what do you think? Like you talked about, they have Cole Kmet already. Surprised they even went tight end, and then they go with not the presumed best guy. Like they're really trusting their own scouting there.
Yeah, I mean, look, he had 582 this year, 5 touchdowns. And you can say, okay, well, they lost to J.J. McCarthy. They lost to Jim Harbaugh. Even the year before, 640 and 4 touchdowns. I mean, it wasn't a huge drop-off in production. My issue is he missed multiple games last year because of injury. He only played in 10 games. He missed 3 of those games. I mean, he's a good player, but they need running back help too. And I'm not saying Tyler Warren's going to be a running back, but like Penn State kind of used him as that. Like maybe Chicago could have done that as well. He's a lot more versatile player, and they already if you wanted to draft a tight end, draft something you don't already have with the versatility. They literally just drafted Cole Kmet again.
Yeah, it's an interesting pick. I wonder how Bears fans feel about it. All right, let's start to run through these. Taylor, you got it pulled up?
Yeah.
Okay, give me him.
Michael Williams, 11 at Georgia for the 49ers. Number 12, Tyler Booker to the Cowboys. Kenneth Grant with the Dolphins. Tyler Warren goes 14 to the Colts. Maybe that helps out their quarterbacks because they need all the help. Jalen Walker was the Georgia pick. Walter Nolan, Shamar Stewart.
Wait, hold on. Jalen Walker to who?
To the Falcons.
Okay, so right there, Kelvin Banks, Jalen Walker, a battle we're going to continue to see over time. Keep going.
Walter Nolan to the Cardinals. Bengals short up their defense with Shamar Stewart at 17.
It did that. I mean, right? Yes, in theory,
they got
yes.
a guy.
Yeah, I mean, they got a guy who's a physical freak. They need him to be Daniil Hunter.
Yes.
They
need
college
him
production, physical freak. Can he turn it on?
They
in the
drafted
NFL?
him for potential. They need the potential. Gray Zabel, the offensive guard for
From
Seattle
North
Seahawks.
Dakota, huh? Or
Yeah, North Dakota State.
Yeah, North Dakota State. Yeah.
They've had some good linemen come out last couple of years.
Good name. Gray Zabel. Are you kidding me?
And Mecca Egbuka to the Buccaneers, which
So you're our resident Bucs fan. Again, let's highlight the NFC South here. How do you feel about this?
This is not a Mecca Egbuka's fault. He was never a wide receiver one at Ohio State. He wasn't. Look at the guys he played with. He played with Olave, Garrett Wilson, straight into Marvin Harrison Jr., last year Jeremiah Smith. He was never a one at Ohio State. Not to say that he can't be, but also,
That's true.
Also, Tampa Bay got Chris Godwin back. You still have Mike Evans. Jalen McMillan was really good a year ago. And Tampa's secondary was terrible.
I was about to say, I love that you're, and yeah, Will Johnson's still on the board there.
Well, Nick Emmanwori, that everybody loved out of South Carolina, like, he didn't go in the first round. That was another surprise that didn't go in the first round. Nick Emmanwori is still sitting there. Like, I thought Tampa was going to go defense all the way. Their offense was like third in the league. Their defense was like bottom 5. And you grabbed your number 4 receiver?
All right, so keep going.
Jedi Barron, corner to the Broncos out of Texas.
So that's I'm not crazy. It's the first corner off the board.
Yeah.
That's
it's
late.
First corner off the board.
That's late. That's it's a weird class. That's a weird class.
Pittsburgh, this was Mel Kiper's least favorite pick of his career. Derek Harmon, the defensive tackle.
Did he literally say that?
No, but I mean, T-Bob, I thought he was going to cry on set. He went off. Why is everyone picking on Shedeur Sanders? You know, he's just Mel. Derek Harmon, the defensive tackle out of Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, look, Cam Hayward's, here at the end, trying to replace him. Okay, continue.
Omarion Hampton, Jake will probably love this pick for the Chargers.
Yeah.
They desperately needed a running back. A lot of people like Omarion Hampton. Matthew Golden, 23, to the Packers. They waited till Aaron Rodgers left to finally take that first-round wide receiver.
Well, look, I mean, I said it last night, they have to make Jordan Love work out.
Yeah.
You made him the richest player in NFL history for 8 games.
Mm-hmm.
And he was fine last year, right? He was okay, I guess. So, yeah, they need to invest in him, which it is funny, though. I think when Rodgers was there, they kind of had a bit of what I would describe as Drew Brees disease, where there were years there where the Saints was like, okay, we actually don't have to.
We got a good enough quarterback.
We can throw together any O-lineman, any wide receivers out there, and our quarterback's decision-making will just make up for it. Also, team-building theory is different now. Wide receivers a premium position. That was not the case. Like just, 10 years ago? We used to say, can you win a championship if you pay a wide receiver? Like, not the case. Anyway, okay, keep going.
Donovan Jackson, offensive guard to the Vikings. Then this is where the Giants traded back up at 25. They take Jackson Dart. The Falcons had their second first-round pick of the night. They took James Pierce. So the Falcons bulking up the pass rushing because if you remember, it was Jalen Walker at 15. Now you have James Pierce at 26. They were awful at rushing the passer last year. Malachi Starks.
And think about the Saints. I mean, your last 2 draft picks, Fuaga and now Kelvin Banks, going to be going toe-to-toe.
Malachi Starks went to the Ravens, safety out of Georgia. Tyleek Williams, 28, defensive tackle out of Ohio State, went to the Lions. They got a pass protector, Josh Connery, for Jaden Daniels out there in Washington, the Oregon tackle.
Very good.
Maxwell Hairston from Kentucky, the corner. He went to Buffalo at 30. Jihad Campbell from Alabama went 31 to the Eagles because why not just take another?
What was that pick swap thing?
They were saying that
the Eagles and Chiefs just flipped.
They were worried that the Chiefs were going to trade that pick to somebody else. Because the Chiefs weren't going to take Jihad Campbell per se. They were worried the Chiefs were going to trade it to somebody else to take him. So they were like, we got to get the 31.
Oh, okay.
They weren't worried about the Chiefs taking him. They were worried about somebody else trading that pick. And then the Chiefs get Josh Simmons out of Ohio State at 32.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good pick.
Chiefs just get everything. I mean.
So is there any, I know we've gone long here, but, we just ran through the entire first round. Any other kind of high-level thoughts on Tay-Tay's winners or losers here?
Matthew Golden's going to be a stud at Green Bay. That might be my favorite receiver in the draft. I mentioned that I loved Omarion Hampton there. Did not like what Tampa did. I love what Cleveland did. Trading back, getting the extra
Cleveland's
picks.
my big winner, actually.
And I hated the Colston Loveland pick.
It's a head scratcher.
Yeah.
It's a head scratcher, to be sure. There it is, guys. Little NFL draft recap. Probably should have some music under that. That's on me. But Rivers just delivered our Chick-fil-A, so let's go to break. And let's stuff our faces real quick, and then we will be back with a little SEC weekend preview. Keep it locked. You're on OTB.
Off the bench.
Get Gordon and get it done. Louisiana's personal injury attorneys, the G-Man, okay? The G-Team. And the results speak for themselves. You get Gordon today, and look, you're going to get someone who's going to stand up to the big insurance companies, get you what you deserve when you get in an accident. That's a bad place to be. Get in an accident. The worst place to be is when you try to get your just recompense, what you deserve, and they say no. And they lean on you because they can, because they have more money, and they're bigger, and they're stronger. And that's when you need somebody to advocate for you and to fight for you. Like a knight with a shield and a sword against a dragon hoarding his gold. And that's where Gordon comes in. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys. God, there's a lot of R's in there, huh? Gordon McKernan Injury. Check him out today. Follow him on social media at GetGordon, or go to getgordon.com or call 888-8888.
Bayou Ford is taking 15 to 20% off all new 2024 models in stock. 15 to 20% off all new 2024 Ford models on our lot. Plus the complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These ice cubes could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they cradle and cool the crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Nicely done, ice cubes.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
And I could take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
Y'all, welcome back to OTB. What's that, Tay-Tay? What's that? Oh, no, I've not heard
Wait,
of
what?
Jake. He might be sleeping. He probably had a late night last night.
I mean, it's fine. I just didn't.
Yeah, way to go, Taylor. It's just upset the whole show.
8:30, Jake, in the dock.
No, I know.
But it's technically 8:15. Like for our
say
segment.
20.
Like it's technically the 8:15 segment.
Right, it's like the 8:15
Yeah.
segment, which means it's time to talk some SEC baseball. Alondra, very interesting weekend going down in the SEC, huh?
Yeah. I mostly just wanted to look at what's going on around like LSU. So LSU obviously tied for third with Tennessee, right? And then we've got Texas and Arkansas leading the way. And Texas lost
16-2 now, huh?
Yes. So Texas, they lost their ace, Jared Spencer, who we know very well.
Wait, out for the year?
Out for the entire season. He has a shoulder injury, is going to have surgery on it. So this comes when they're about to face Texas A&M.
A resurgent Texas A&M.
A resurgent Texas A&M. So Texas A&M has won 2 of their last 3 series, or actually all 3. So they beat Tennessee at home, as we know, swept South Carolina, and then they beat Arkansas at Baum Walker, which I think is a very impressive win.
Yeah, 13-5 on the year. Arkansas is second in the SEC.
Second in the SEC at Baum Walker.
Like in the context of you really, because of your start, it's like LSU last year, you have no real margin of error.
Right.
And so to go into Baum Walker and do that, you're right. So Texas, are you putting Texas on upset alert?
27-3 at home, by the way, Arkansas.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow.
But, okay. So, kind of, just because, like, this is a really big rivalry, right? I would put them, Texas is a really good team. I was wrong about them in the beginning of the season, but, like, I had to give them a little bit of time, and I was kind of preying on their downfall because Jim Schlossnagle.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
you got to think, like,
course.
Texas A&M, what?
I love Jim Schlossnagle.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
But-
That's
okay.
because your A&M hate supersedes decorum and what is right.
Yeah, like if
and
he would have done it to
how
somebody
to conduct
else.
yourself. Yes.
He's a douche, but he did it to Texas A&M, so it's
he
funny.
pulled
It's
the
okay.
most snaky move ever.
It's funny.
But yes, it is funny. Like, I can exist in 2 worlds where I laugh at Texas A&M, but I also hate Schlossnagle.
And you can kind of laugh at Tennessee, too, because he stole their thunder. They won the championship, and all anybody could talk about was Jim Schlossnagle betraying Texas A&M and going to Texas after he...
So that's a good point as well that I, for whatever, I hadn't considered because I'm not thinking straight today. But, yeah, like, so A&M hot.
Yeah.
Texas losing their ace.
Right.
And revenge on the mind.
Revenge on the mind, also a very old rivalry. Like, these teams...
Yeah, they already hate each other enough.
Right. So, and then Michael Early was with the school. I mean, Jace Laviolette was really upset when this all happened. And really, so their center fielder, Sorrell, he was out until like March 29th, and he's batting like .317 right now or something like that. So he's really been like the resurgence for Texas A&M. And Jace Laviolette.
Has Grahovic come online yet?
No, he's out for the entire season.
Oh, he's out for the year.
Yeah, so Laviolette, though, is batting like .400 in the last 2 series.
Damn.
And on the weekend, he had like 7 RBI or something like that. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, they're getting hot. Texas is obviously a really good team, but your ace, Jared Spencer, is out. I'm not sure who is going to take that spot for them, but should be a really good series just for anything, the rivalry that's there and the storyline of like Jim Schlossnagle leaving them and Michael Early being the coach that honestly, like we were all like, man, why would you do that? He's never coached in the SEC before. They were ranked number 1. They got off to a terrible start, and now they're getting hot again. So hopefully, like, Michael Early can go out there and prove himself as well. But
a lot of great narratives just all around is the overall takeaway here.
Right. So then Arkansas is ranked number 2. Florida, they're facing Florida this weekend. They dropped the series to Georgia and A&M. Florida swept Mizzou and then won the series in Starkville last weekend. But Mizzou's not like everybody's sweeping Mizzou.
Yeah, no,
They're
it goes back to when we talked to Todd Walker. They're
0 for 19 in conference play still have not won a single game in conference play. So, I don't know.
Nah.
Vandy is nipping at your heels, though. Vandy's 4th in the SEC. They swept Georgia, a good Georgia team last weekend, dropped the series in Norman, and swept Florida the weekend before that. Then they got swept by Arkansas, and they're facing Ole Miss this weekend, who is 6th in the SEC.
I got a question for the LSU fans because I was out on spring break with the fam. I didn't catch the real tenor of how everybody reacted to the last two series.
Yeah.
Is LSU not getting enough credit for winning a series against a top 10 Alabama team?
No.
They're not getting enough credit for anything that they do.
Because it feels like
From the fan
everybody's
base.
so down on this team right now. And the most recent result is winning a series against a top 10 Alabama team.
I think the midweek has a lot to do with it. Not that people care like that much about the midweek, but you swept by Auburn. To your point, you beat a really good McNeese team leading up to the Alabama series.
Yeah.
Then you beat Alabama, but that good performance is in between getting run-ruled by Northwestern State and getting swept by Auburn. So
and I guess dropping the last Alabama game, so you've technically lost 2 in a row.
I feel like it's just getting kind of lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I guess just, let's maintain a little bit of perspective here. And the Auburn thing hurts, and nothing hurts worse than Sam Dutton leading the SEC.
Yes.
God, that is
ERA.
just...
I don't understand that. Again, that is our Zach Bond, Saquon Barkley, however you want to say it. Now, when we talked to Coach Jay about it, he tried to, he intimated that it was like about family and other stuff, but whatever. He's doing fantastically. But yeah, this is an LSU team's most recent result was very positive.
Yeah.
And now you got Tennessee this week. So A&M, Texas, LSU, Tennessee.
Yeah.
God, what a weekend. What's the third biggest series, would you say, this weekend?
Let's see. I would say I'm looking at the schedule right now because I mostly just wanted to look at who was around LSU. So there's a top 20 matchup, Georgia at Oklahoma.
Okay.
And Oklahoma, let me look at theirs. I just had it pulled up.
Did they just get
They just,
swept?
I don't think they got, let me see. I didn't have this one ready.
Noogie says the Bats are ice cold, T-Bob, 3 series in a row, even though you won 2 of those. Pitching covered up lack of offense versus Oklahoma. So isn't that kind of like not the worst thing, though? The Bats are ice cold, but they're second in the conference in batting average. Like, so they're still good, and you're telling me the pitching was good enough to win top 10 series, including one on the road, when the Bats are ice cold. Like, I don't think that's awful. I think that's actually a sign of a team that's pretty malleable, pretty amorphous, pretty adaptable to what the situation at hand demands.
So after Oklahoma dropped the series to LSU, they beat Vandy, and then they obviously swept Missouri. And then last night, Georgia, the series started last night. Last night, Georgia beat Oklahoma 8-6.
Okay.
So, it's in Athens, actually. So, I mean, back to LSU, though. That was like your first midweek game that you lost the entire season.
I know.
And people are freaking out. And it makes me so angry because first you complain about the bullpen, right? And then the bullpen's getting hot and they're not what's losing you the game. And now you're complaining about the offense. And I get it. Like, the offense is cold right now. But, again, dog days of summer.
You just want everything.
It's the dog days of summer.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's a grindy game, and there's going to be streaks. I mean, you got to take a step back and say you're 12-6. You lost 1 midweek game on the year. You're like 33-7.
I was going to say your overall record's 34-8.
Yeah, 34-8. And I don't know. I think and look, and you got Tennessee this weekend, man. So
you're 25-3 at home.
Yeah.
4-0 neutral, and then 5-5 away. So, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, everybody just, like, I get it. You're a fan of that team. You act like your team's the only one with problems, right? Like, Tennessee and LSU come in 2-4 in the last 6. Like,
yeah,
Tennessee
word on the street
series.
is that Tennessee fans are out here complaining as well.
Exactly, and they're coming off. You're coming off a natty 2 years ago. They're coming off of one last year.
Yeah.
It's just you're in the same. Okay, last night Alabama had to rally against Missouri. Don't know if y'all saw that.
No, he said that Mizzou led 7 innings last night.
They did. They put up a 5 spot in the first.
Bruh.
Missouri's 0 in the SEC. They're 0-19. Alabama's a good team. They had
That's
to come
so
back and win
sad.
that game.
That's honestly really sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
0-19 is sad.
Shouldn't happen in baseball.
Think about what we talked about with Georgia at the beginning of the year. I mean, people were so high on Georgia. They've fallen back. They get a loss last night. I mean, everybody's going through their struggles. It's not just you.
So let's go, baby. LSU,
go.
Tennessee in the box tonight.
I'm so
Doyle and
excited.
Anderson, who will win the ace battle? I'm very excited for sure. All right, when we get back, keep it locked here on OTB.
Off the bench.
GEAUXTommies.com, GEAUXTommies.com. Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Trust the home exterior improvement experts at Tommy's. Hey, reminder too. Okay, real quick, Tommy's. Hydro plank and vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows, any type of door. They got you lifetime warranties, energy efficient options, save you money over time. They're the best. Go check them out. Go Tommys.com. You like my beard? You wanna unleash your beard? Unless you're like Tay-Tay, you can't grow a beard because you're a lizard. Well, guess what? You go to GoBearded.com, GEAUXBearded.com. Now, Tommy has one of the most magnificent beards you'll ever see in your life. And he's looking around for products. And he said, I can't find the products that are for me necessarily. So he decided to take it into his own hands. So if you're ready to live a life untethered by societal norms, you want to reach your full beard potential, you need the products at GoBearded.com, GoBearded.com.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756.
Back to sports talk. Maybe. Off the bench.
We're back. I'm gonna call Jake. I'm gonna call Jake. Yeah, I'm gonna call Jake.
Okay, everybody now. How about that, Tay? You like that?
Well, it's pretty cute.
I think
I wasn't feeling great this morning. Day completely turned around now. Thank you, T-Bub.
Right now, we got Rivers Huey in the studio. She just cracked a fresh Alani. She's already had a coffee. Just really, what do you need, some cocaine as well?
I did have some
know a
BC
guy.
powder, which is similar.
I know a guy. And right now, we're going to check in with our own
he's
Shoe
got a call back.
reporter. Okay, never mind.
He had an echo.
Okay, cool. But Jake's up in Lambeau covering the draft. We'll talk to Jake about it. It's going to be great. We had a great time at Don Juan last night. We'll talk more about that in a bit. I'm kind of checked out, guys, so, enjoy the rest of the show. We're just going to have fun.
I got 2 bottles of champagne today.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
All
little hair of the dog and a little feather of the chicken. What a combination. Jakey, Wakey, Exit Bakey. Jakey, what's up, dude? How we feeling?
Feeling good. How are y'all feeling after Don won last night?
Actually, not bad, dude. So, Rivers and Alondra were both accusing me of making bad decisions. Alondra, like my mother.
I did not.
No, you're right. It was mainly Alondra.
No, I was very worried.
She reminded me multiple times that you were not in today.
You didn't have a backup.
And no, I know. But she actually did put a responsible fear in me because I kind of stopped drinking pretty early and just started slamming waters.
You did do that, but when we left, you were slamming water.
So, I mean, I stayed. I probably drank 30 cups of water. So we're feeling good, dude. We're feeling good. Way too much smoking, but we're feeling good. What about you, man? The scenes looked insane. There were a lot of people there.
There was a ton of people. It took a while. Even after we finished up like at midnight, it took forever to kind of get back to the hotel. The people that were there, though, like all Green Bay fans and maybe some Detroit Lions and Vikings kind of sprinkled in there, but there must be Packer fans everywhere because that's all that you saw. In the last couple of years that I've done it, it's even if it's, been in Kansas City or Detroit, it hasn't been just Chiefs or Lions fans. So I think we all knew this because no matter where the Packers play, they have fans, but they were all here. Every Packer fan I know outside of Matt Flynn was here last night.
Okay, Jake, so we just went pick by pick earlier this hour. Give me in a classic draft question here, give me your big winner of day one.
I love the Jags being aggressive and going to get Travis Hunter. And it's like you get 2 for 1 there. So I thought that was a good move for them. Ashton Genty to the Raiders. I mean, they need a running back so bad. And so the fact that they got him at 6, they didn't have to move up. They didn't have to get ahead of Jacksonville because that was what a lot of us thought was maybe that he would go 5 there. That would make a lot of sense. And so those are probably 2 in the top 10. And then we kind of got into a territory, though, where some like Tedero McMillan going 8 to Carolina. I didn't think he'd go that high. Colson Loveland going before Tyler Warren.
That's the crazy one to us, dude.
Yeah, I mean, Colson Loveland's a good player, so it's not even really anything against him. It's just like, why would you not go Tyler Warren, who can do so many things and can fit into any offense? And I was like, even when the Saints were up at 9, I know that it wasn't their most pressing need, but I'm like, if they make the pick there, it makes sense because he can do so many different things for you. So that was a definite surprise because I thought Tyler Warren for sure was a top 10 lock.
I feel like I really liked Cleveland's haul, getting Mason Graham and, stacking picks for the future. What do you think about the Saints going to Kelvin Banks? Ross Jackson of LouisianaSports.net nailing it.
It's a very safe player, and that is not a bad thing. I think that's a good thing sometimes, right? And it's a guy that for 2 years we've known he was going to be a first-round pick, and we've talked about him. And he wins, major awards at the collegiate level from a major university. Yeah. He's not a group of 5 guy. So I like it. I think it's something that helps you. And we talked about it. They had so many needs. It's like, okay, which one do you try to fill? I thought with so many playmakers on the board, maybe that's where they would go. And then we know they like both edge rushers from Georgia, but this kind of tells you exactly what they think about their offensive line. And now you're going to have, 4 first-round picks on the offensive front.
Yeah.
And you've got so many assets into that offensive line, and you've had a lot of misses. And this one can't be a miss. I mean, you're selecting in the top 10, but I do think it's a very safe player. I know a lot of people had him maybe going later in the draft, but again, this is somebody that for a couple of years we've known he was going to go in the first round. So actually, I don't hate it. I guess that he's going to move. I guess he'll be your left tackle. You move your left tackle to right tackle. Maybe you move your right tackle to left guard. So there's going to be some shuffling on the offensive line for sure.
I mean, that would be kind of the ideal O-line for the Saints, right? Like if it were to work out on paper, I don't hate that O-line, especially in a Kellen Moore offensive system that can maybe put them in positions to succeed. Like, I'm like, okay, dude, I definitely see the vision. Don't know who's playing quarterback. How about our boy Will Campbell?
Oh yeah, I mean, how great was that? I mean, you know, I couldn't hear because we were analyzing the pick and doing some different things, but just to look up and to see him and was so emotional he couldn't really even talk, and knowing Will and talking with him like we have, just he talks about the hard work and what it took to get to that point, and it all hits you at once. It doesn't really matter where you get drafted, 4th or 40th or 140th, but all the work that kind of just rushes to your brain of what it took to get to that point. So I'm excited for him. Braves is somebody that has the same mentality that Will has. I had to play against that son of a gun, and so he's mean, nasty, and tough. That's what Will Campbell is, and so him and his head coach are going to love each other from day one.
I think he said, I'm going to fight and die for Drake May.
He did.
Yeah, so what a
I
legend.
believe it.
All right, Jake, empty out the notebook. Any other thoughts today, yesterday, anything else that, as we say goodbye, that you think needs to be mentioned?
Amari Hansen for the Chargers, my Bush League Bolts. I love that pick there. They needed a running back. I thought he was going to go 20 to Denver. He doesn't, so that's a good pick for them.
Yep.
When you look around what the Falcons did, they got 2 really good edge rushers from the SEC, and Walker from Georgia, Pierce from Tennessee, completely different players. So even though they play the same position, you take both those guys in the first round. Jackson Dart to the Giants. It was something that whenever the Giants traded up, it was funny. EJ and I were going back and forth, and I'm like, oh, they're trading up to get Jackson Dart. And EJ's like, no way, ain't no way. If they take a quarterback, it's going to be Shadur Sanders, but they're not trading. They are going to go somebody. They're going to go middle linebacker. I was like, EJ, they love Jackson Dart. They're moving back in the first round for Jackson Dart. 50 push-ups on the line. Said we can go 500 push-ups, and then they take Jackson Dart, and he says on air, we didn't shake on it.
Wow, that's hoe energy, EJ.
That is big hoe energy. I was not very happy. I was like, we are on national radio, sir, and you put that out there, and you're not going to do a single push-up.
That's terrible. That's terrible. But the show's not. And you can listen to Jake, Sirius XM 84. He'll be on all day Saturday. He'll be on tonight as well. Thank you, Jake. Keep kicking ass.
All right. See y'all soon.
All right. Coming up next, talk to our guy Eddie from Dreams Come True. Keep it locked right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Hey, reminders, guys, to go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, 925-8552. Centralplumbing.org, your one-stop plumbing shop, and has been so for half a century. How do you stand the test of time? How do you continue to grow? It's because your customers are consistently satisfied with the service that you're giving them. And that's 24/7 emergency service, if you need it, right? Flat rate pricing, licensed, bonded, and insured employees. They're the best. Oh, great warranty once the work is done as well. And over that amount of time, they've seen it all. They can fix it all, okay? So don't think there's a problem that's too big, too small, or that they don't know how to. Old house, new house, red house, blue house. When something goes wrong with your poo house, you want Central Plumbing. Centralplumbing.org, 925-8552. Also, bathroom remodels are in play. Great gift idea for mom, dad, whoever cares about those things in the bath of your dreams. Maybe a tankless water heater so all your stupid kids don't use all the hot water. Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the 2025 Jeep Compass Sport for only $23,995. $23,995 or 2025 Jeep Compass with a complimentary 7-year powertrain warranty that comes with all new Bayou Automotive vehicles. If you need sales or service, the crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews.
Back from the break, where the sports talk gets real. Kinda. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome back here on OTB. And wow, right now it is my pleasure to be joined by my main man, Eddie. Eddie's been, me and Eddie have been knowing each other for a few years now. We got to know each other through Dreams Come True, an incredible organization that Guarantee works very well with. Been partnered for years. In fact, we're raising money right now. DCTofLA.com, DCTofLA.com. I think if you donate $25 right now, you are entered to win automatically a Justin Jefferson signed jersey and signed football. Is that correct, Alondra?
Either of the two, yeah.
Shout out to Russell Shepard, Shep Boys. He's the one that made that happen. But, yeah, pretty incredible stuff there. Again, guys, what Dreams Come True is, it's like Make-A-Wish, but for Louisiana families, Louisiana kids, and it's amazing. And, Eddie, how long we been know each other now? You're talking to that mic. Get up on that thing.
I honestly don't know.
I don't know either, man. It's probably been like 5 years now.
Yeah.
Bro, you're 13 years old now. When you first started coming in here, you couldn't even get on the chair, and now you just hop up there all willy-nilly. You got a cool hat on, cool hair. You got your Deadpool shirt on, man. It seems like you're doing well, man. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So we were talking a little bit off here. We're just going to nerd out here for a segment, guys. So what are we playing right now? Are we playing Pokemon Go? What's Eddie playing?
Yeah, playing Pokemon Go. I recently got a PC for Christmas.
Oh, let's go, Mom. Heck yes, dude. Okay, so what are we playing on the PC?
Playing like horror games and like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is that, like Five Nights at Freddy and stuff? Like, what are we talking about?
It's a popular game. It's called Repo.
I don't know Repo. Can I tell you about a little game called World of Warcraft?
I've heard of that.
Classic. Okay, came out in 2004. Eddie, that's a long time before you were born. But it's a game that I played the most of my life. So don't do it. Don't do it. It's an addiction. It's probably bad for you, but it's awesome.
I mean, I'm already addicted to Pokemon, so.
Yeah, heck yeah, dude. Switch 2 around the corner. Again, we'll see what ends up happening there. We're having a little debate, though. New Pokemon on the way for Switch 2. Do you think it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive?
Yeah.
You think so? No Switch 1 with millions of Switch 1s out there. You don't think they're going to end up selling on there?
No, because they already have another Pokemon game that's like that, so they're probably going to release it with the Switch 2.
That makes sense.
No, wait, no,
okay.
they're already releasing Mario Kart World.
Answer me this. Original 151 Pokemon. The 3 starters, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle. Which one are you choosing? Professor Oak puts the Pokeballs in front of you. Where are you going?
Bulbasaur.
Dude, let's go, Eddie. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Charmander's overrated.
Thank
and,
you.
Yep.
Thank you. The evolved man chooses Bulbasaur. Charmander's chalk. Squirtle's when you're a kid. The evolved man chooses Bulbasaur. And then we arrive at Venusaur and Solar Beams, and he's a freaking leafy dinosaur.
Yep.
It's sick.
Most people would choose Charmander because, one, it's really popular.
Yep.
And 2, Charizard has, I think 2 Mega Evolutions, so.
See, now we're getting beyond my scope. I'm an original 151 boy. Yeah. Maybe a bit of gold and silver, but I don't know about the Mega Evolutions. I've seen them. I don't know much about them. All right, Eddie, favorite Pokemon?
Guzzlord. Same.
Guzzlord?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I don't know Guzzlord.
From Generation 7.
Wow, Generation 7. Jeez. Did y'all know that Pokemon is the single most, it's like significantly higher selling than even that of Mickey Mouse. It's the most successful IP in the entire world. Eddie, thank you so much for coming in, man.
I'm glad I could come.
Bro, it's been really great catching up with you. I'm glad to see you're killing it. 13 years old, dude. Heck yes. DCTFLA, more on that coming up next. Hour number 3.
Off the bench.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
There it is, the extra mile. On the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further. Like vans customized for work or play. With safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe in a dream. Believe. You gotta believe. My whole team on wild.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Firearms.
Reliability is everything for your business. You need internet that keeps you connected, phone solutions that deliver, and security to keep it all in check. We back all of our services with a 90-day guarantee. Rev Business. Visit us at letsrev.biz. Some restrictions apply.
Do you need to enhance your backyard patio or pool area? Got Lit Lights has you covered. Whether it's a wedding, private event, or a simple way to illuminate your landscape, we've got the expertise to bring your vision to life. Visit GotLitLights.com because everything looks better when it's lit.
Why do billion-dollar insurance companies regularly delay and deny valid claims? Because that's how they got to be billion-dollar insurance companies. If you've been injured, I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7969.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21 12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 9 a.m. here on Friday, April 25th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect rainy skies with a high of 81. In hour 3 of today's show, Rivers Huey stops by the studio for a full hour of champagne shenanigans. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah!
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Oh, man. What a nice time getting to see my guy, Eddie. Again, been knowing Eddie and the family for a few years now.
I like how you can say it. Been knowing.
A former...
Been knowing.
Is that not what people say?
I guess people say I have known.
I've been
knowing.
You sound
like Will Campbell over there.
I guess I'm just a little more
Are we all
country
Will
than you
Campbells?
are, you know? I'm just a boy with a guitar.
That felt like...
You know what I said? You know what I said the other day? And I was like, is that right? Like, I know that we say it, but is it a thing that we say? I mean,
what?
How come?
How come?
Yeah,
What's that mean, though?
Yeah.
It's just why, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
how
just
come,
why.
How come
but,
that's the case?
But what does it lengthen to?
Yeah, I think, like, how come that's the case? Why? How come it's that way? I don't know. You're
know.
right.
How come
It's literally just why.
How did it become this way?
How did it come to be?
How did it come to be?
How did it come to be?
I'm going to start
So
saying
they
how did it
just
come to
take
be.
out how did.
Yeah,
Or,
how come?
How come?
How come?
Why
You
is
say-
that?
You're saying this
say
too
that.
much. It's starting
You
to
say
sound
that,
weird.
People around
Used
here
to
are gonna
be.
be like,
So anyway, though, real quick, Eddie,
Been knowing.
former Dreams Come True kid.
Shout out
Shout
Eddie.
Yeah,
out.
and so Dreams Come True is Make-A-Wish, but for Louisiana families. So families who are dealing with the toughest of circumstances, extreme diagnoses, and Dreams Come True does an incredible job, y'all, of being with these families and whatever the dream is, making it happen. And I can't remember the exact number. I want to say the dreams are funded, or I think it might be like around $3,000 a dream. And we always very generous offers during the auctions and everything else. But anything you can give helps. If it's $10, $20, anything, it does a mass. Like if everybody listening right now gave $10, that would be multiple dreams funded right there for these kids and these families. And I think we have our radiothon going on right now.
Yeah, the radiothon's going on right now, and we just reached $1,500 in donations.
That's awesome.
Which is great because then our purple sponsors kick in and they each match the $1,000 donation.
So we need to get that number up.
We need to get it to 2,000 for sure, but get it up more than 2,000. But once we hit $2,000, the gold sponsors kick in and they each match the $2,000 donation.
So that's awesome. What about this? Where do they go to put into that pot?
You can go to 104.5.
I think it's an overall. So like once you reach a certain amount, then each sponsor kicks in.
Well, no, I know. I'm saying because if they go to DCT of LA and does that count towards it?
I would say go to 1045ESPN.com. There's a flipper on there, and you can donate at the flipper or like any of our stations. If you can go to like Eagle 98.1, 100.7, you can go to any of them, donate there, and then that'll count toward like the matching and stuff. So if we can get it up to 2,000.
Again, giving anywhere is good, but if you give through the 104.5 flip right now,
we'll get it matched.
Yes,
right.
it's like doubling or tripling your giving.
And you're registered to win the autographed jersey and
$25 and you're in the drawing.
Yeah, from Justin Jefferson. But shout out to our purple sponsors because they matched the $1,000 donation. Lewis Mechanical, Patient Plus, and Action Industries. And if you donate and get us to 2,000. Subaru, Baton Rouge, Service, Chevrolet, Luba, and Duplessis Pool Builders will each match the $2,000 donation.
Shout out to them.
All right, can we get a can we put a link in the chat
now.
Right now?
Look at that.
And
Look at
then,
teamwork.
Yeah, guys, everybody go give $25.
No, this is great. Yeah, it's
$25 at least. And
I mean, think about all the
like,
other
what if
dumb.
we could
Think about all the other dumb things you've spent $25 on.
Yes, especially in this economy.
Yeah.
I mean,
In
a
this
sandwich,
economy?
a bowl of pho, like it's crazy. Like you could, this is way more
T-Bob's
impactful.
about to start getting on his lawn, and he's about to start old man yelling.
Let's do
about
this
the economy.
though. Let's see. I don't know if we have a live tracker, but I want to believe that we can hit $2,000 by the end of this hour.
Let's do it.
Can we see where we are right now? I mean, I guess that would be a live tracker. Okay.
Yeah.
Let
me see.
$25 bowl of pho, says Michael. Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe get like a drink with it, right? I don't know. Anyway.
I mean, meals are like $25 nowadays.
Thank you. I agree.
Or more,
it's insane. It's insane. So I'm going to drink champagne and just drown all my woes. One day, Cork's going to get stuck up there. It's never happened,
or
though.
we're gonna break a light, or
I'm always scared it's gonna hit me.
Nah.
Nah.
I don't really have any reason for saying no, but I wouldn't worry about
Trust
it.
me.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Just trust me, bro.
Just trust me. Hey, look, I brought some. We talked about it last night, Elantra and I was like, I guess we could make mimosas. Little vitamin C.
A pineapple mango.
I just tried to say vitamin, and it did not come out vitamin.
Nah. You said it like a British person. Vitamin.
Take your vitamin.
By the way,
A little vitamin C.
Shout out to Guzzlord the Guzzler, who immediately,
I was so proud of you.
Upon hearing Eddie's favorite Pokemon, got it
in there.
Somehow made an account named Guzzlord the Guzzler.
That's some real
What a
old
king.
school, the huddle energy, like really getting it done.
Yeah.
I need to
I
look
agree.
up Guzzler. Is it Guzzlord or it's Guzzlord?
Yeah, Guzzlord.
Yeah.
Taylor's
I
nickname.
thought he said.
He looks like a Guzzlord.
Actually, Taylor, is that Mel Kiper's nickname? Talking about Shedeur Sanders.
Bro, he has to be getting paid for this. He has to be getting paid for this. Rivers, y'all didn't have audio of the TV, right? At Don Juan. He should have to issue a public apology for everyone that had to watch Mel Kiper cry every single time Shedeur Sanders was not taken. Like I do have to wonder, like, is he on Shedeur Sanders' agent team and losing money over this?
I did see the
what's his
tweets.
deal?
Like, I made it home, and then I didn't, like, once I made it home from Don Juan, I didn't turn the draft back on because I mean, we was close to over. But I did see all the tweets about it. Sounded like there was a lot of lot of sadness.
You know how
Mel
he
Kiper.
gets when he gets excited, because like Mel talks in increments. Like he'll pause halfway through the thing. He'll be like, "Here's Shedeur Sanders. Here's a guy. You like him? He's great in the box. He does this. And these teams just aren't picking him. Why aren't they picking him? This is a guy. You know, he could be your future franchise for 10 years. Nobody's taking him." I'm like, Mel, calm down, bud.
Mel,
It's the
take a
Kansas City
breath.
Chiefs. They have Patrick Mahomes. Relax. I don't understand. Like, they needed a left tackle.
I think Shedeur addressed the room. I find audio of this. It should be easy to find on Twitter, but I'm pretty sure Shedeur addressed the room last night and said, like, we all know this shouldn't have happened to me.
Well, I mean, I didn't see the video, but I saw the quotes.
Okay. So here's the thing, T.
He said, I'll be taken today.
That right there.
That's a bad
That's
quote.
why.
The Tom Pelissero report that came out the other day. The Tom Pelissero report that came out the other day. The anonymous NFL head coach said he was entitled in our interview. It was one of the worst player interviews we had. And people are like, is this credible or not credible? Saying stuff like that.
Well, I
with the
mean,
camera
it's
on
still
is a red
one
flag.
man's opinion, but I think that is an opinion shared by more than one. Maybe not even a majority,
Ugh.
but enough.
Imagine getting your jersey retired and then not getting picked in the first round.
I saw a funny tweet.
I mean, even the jersey retirement thing speaks to all of the entitlement.
It's like that emoji with, like, with the teeth. Like, ugh.
Okay. Me and T-Bob have different opinions of Deion Sanders, and that's fine.
I put it in the doc.
My thing is, like, so many people last night or when the jersey retirement thing was getting criticized, everyone said, well, you're just out to get Shedeur because of his name. No. I think it's the opposite. Like Deion Sanders made my point the other day. Yeah. He said, if anybody else's jersey was getting retired and his name wasn't Sanders, we wouldn't be talking about it. Yeah, because if his name wasn't Sanders, his jersey probably wouldn't be getting retired.
That was some pretty tone-deaf stuff by Deion there. If his name wasn't Sanders, Mel Kiper wouldn't be freaking out that he wasn't drafted. Like, I think Shedeur gets special treatment, and that's fine. Deion was a great player. I get it. That's human nature.
Yeah.
But to act like, oh, well, his last name's Sanders, so people are holding it against him, I think that's...
No, I think he's been offered a lot more because of his last name.
But, dude, what if Shedeur ends up being awesome? You
I
think?
hope no. Good for him.
No,
Yeah,
I know. I'm not saying that we're wishing on his downfall. What I'm saying, though,
I'm just wishing for him to be a little more humble.
If you think they're a little insufferable now,
yeah,
I think they're a little insufferable now. Let him slide and then end up being good. And
I know. You're
my
never gonna
God,
hear about it.
I get it.
You want to talk about pouring just super accelerant on a flame? It'd be like pouring rocket fuel.
You know what? I hope that happens. I don't think. I mean, we talked about. Well, it was funny. We were talking about all of Jimmy Ott's bets last night, and I can't. What was his Tyler Warren bet? What was it, T-Bob? The
What's
Tyler
that?
Warren bet, Jimmy Ott.
9. Oh, 9.5.
And I was like, oh, we don't hope for that. Like, I'm not. This is this man's life, and Jimmy's like, calm down. We do.
No, he didn't say calm down.
This is my life.
He didn't. No. He didn't say calm down.
No,
he just went. He gave the most derisive laugh, like, look at you, you sweet summer child,
but
you
my
little
point
naive,
is like,
gullible thing.
I don't want anything bad for any of these kids. Like, I hope that Shedeur does well. It has nothing to do with that. And, like, good for him. If that happens, great. They should dance all around on us. You know?
No, the thing is like,
we all know this shouldn't have happened to me.
You should live like in a little bit of a reality. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you're Shedeur Sanders. Yes, your dad's Deion Sanders, whatever. But, I mean, if you weren't, you probably would be in the exact same position that you're in now. So maybe you're just getting the same treatment if you weren't Shedeur Sanders.
Right. Well, all I know,
like, it just is what it is.
If the next time something happens to me, if you don't think that I'm going to say, well,
we all know this,
we all know this shouldn't have happened to me.
So true. What a good line, dude.
I'm going to start saying that every time something happens to me, I'm going to be like, well, we all know this shouldn't have happened to me.
The thing that bothers me, like, the national media propped him up, again, because of his name. NFL front offices are not drafting him because he is or is not Deion Sanders' kid. This is their job. They're going to draft him whether or not he's the best fit.
I don't think it's completely fair to say that the media propped him up because of his name, because, like, there were times in the process at the beginning where he was highly rated. He was the Giants QB1.
I get it.
So it's a thing where he was not a winner in the pre-draft process.
Well,
he didn't do well in the interview portion.
He didn't even go to the combine.
Yeah, he did not. Well, I mean, physical skill set, I guess, was never going to be a thing. The thing is, you got to understand, though, he's going up against a bunch of other guys who I'm sure when they enter these rooms are just, expressing, like, sincerity and gratitude and I'll do whatever it takes. And that's just kind of not his attitude or how he carries himself. So if you're choosing between guys who are going to be equal in a lot of people's minds, that's going to knock you.
Who was it? I sent y'all that video. I sent it to you and Melandra of the kid who, like, literally was standing kind of at the front of, who is that? That was standing at the front.
I didn't watch the
video.
He
was the 30th pick, or he was the final pick in the first round. Who was it?
Josh Simmons.
Okay,
yeah,
so he's up front, and every time someone gets called, he's up front. He is like dabbing him up. But he is so genuinely, like, happy just to be there, and so proud of these people who are getting called. Like, that's the energy.
And then you got Shedeur, like, we all know this shouldn't have happened to me.
We all know this shouldn't have happened to me.
I agree. Shedeur's name should not have gotten brought up. He was not ever going to get picked that high. We talked about it a month ago, T-Bob, and we were like, he's going to be there 21 when the Steelers pick. They don't have to trade up. He was always going to be there. He did not fall in the last 2 days. He fell 4 months ago. They just wouldn't accept that.
I think it's been a fall throughout the process, but I also do want to fight a little bit against the notion that from a pure play perspective that he wasn't a potential first rounder, because I think he was. I think he just didn't help himself.
The problem, he wasn't getting passed for other quarterbacks. The front offices clearly didn't like the QBs that much.
Yeah.
You had 2 quarterbacks go in the first round. One of them went at 25.
Yeah.
It's not like he was getting it's not like teams were passing him. They weren't taking quarterbacks.
Right.
What kills me is the tweets implying oh, we all know why the Giants didn't take Shedeur Sanders. We all know why Shedeur Sanders isn't in the first round or whatever. And it's because the Giants picked Jackson Dart over Shedeur, and they're just trying to imply racial stuff.
Oh, I thought they were just
Cam
implying
Ward
that.
was the number 1 pick.
No, but I'm also why are we acting like the Giants front office knows what it's doing? I don't know why we're giving them too much credit for what. And also, Jameis Winston is one of their quarterbacks.
And Russell Wilson is
Russell Wilson.
Right, yeah.
And Cam Ward was
I
the
forgot
first
about that.
overall pick.
One of my
Russell
favorite.
Wilson was with the
They
Giants.
actually have a perfectly racially even
50-50,
mix.
They actually do, yeah.
They've got
they
a black guy, a white guy, and a black and white guy. All together. It's perfectly balanced.
It's like one of those ice cream machines.
Well, and then you got
exactly.
Then you got
They have a Neapolitan, or does Neapolitan have? Yeah, swirl.
strawberry.
Neapolitan has strawberry.
You got Italian flair also with Tommy DeVito.
Yeah.
So
DeVito's not long for that room.
I get it.
Yeah,
He's in there now.
Yeah, but you're right. The Italians also been discriminated against.
We got
No
the
Mexicans?
Shedeur thing if you want to.
Okay, let's, before we go to the break, let's listen to Shedeur.
Oh yeah.
My bad.
We all didn't expect this, of course, but I feel like with God, anything possible, everything possible. I don't feel like this happened, for no reason. All this is of course, fuel to the fire. And under no circumstance, we all know this shouldn't have happened. But we understand we on the bigger and better things. Tomorrow's the day. We're going to be happy regardless. Legendary.
All right, so I don't hate the full context of the quote.
I mean, he still said
it.
He still said
Right
it.
before
He
that,
still said it.
He said it in the exact context that we understood it in.
If you would have cut that 30 seconds short, there wouldn't have been an issue.
We all know.
I agree.
I like how he
know.
said, we all know.
We all know.
I don't know that. Mel knows, apparently.
We
Even
all
though-
know
even
this
though
shouldn't have
Mel
happened
doesn't
to
have a
me.
damn clue.
I mean, I cannot wait till pictures come out of Mel in the Sanders room
Bro.
that night. And
Mel's buying a
Taylor's
jersey.
like, I told you so.
Speaking of just quarterbacks, one of my favorite tweets from last night because it was because I hate Ole Miss, But the SEC Network put out this. I mean, it's just do this much research, this much SEC Network.
Oh yeah.
I know you've got people on staff.
Yeah.
The last time the Giants drafted a QB from Ole Miss, and it's Eli Manning holding the Super Bowl trophy.
Nope.
The Giants didn't draft
No,
him.
yeah,
You dummies.
Yeah, it was
Get
the
outta
Chargers,
here.
right? They
Nobody
drafted
cares
Phillip
about
Rivers.
Eli.
What
and
a
then
fumble.
they was pick swapped right after.
Yeah.
Yes.
What a fumble.
I mean,
You're a sports
get it
page.
right.
God, I'm getting ratioed for my Jalen Milroe tweet.
Bro.
Wait, what do you mean?
I tweeted, if
What
the
did you
Saints get
tweet?
Jalen Milroe 40, this is a home run draft for the Saints. Which is awfully worded. If
It's
the
a home
Saints
run
for the
draft
Saints.
for the Falcons.
I have 80 comments to only 30 retweets.
Well,
yeah.
Ooh.
You know what though? It's hard being this smart. That's my
Wait,
burden to bear.
I always
So
say
be
his name wrong. You were saying it earlier, and I was like, I've got to say it right.
Lavulette.
It's tough to
I
say.
hate saying that name.
Jace Lavulette.
So he and Milroe went to the same high school. So if they both get, draft. Well, if they're both drafted. I can't remember what it was. Oh,
This
he
is
didn't get
falling
drafted.
apart. This is falling apart. Where are we going with this?
I didn't think this
Where
through.
in the hell are we going
This
with
is a
this?
point I should have made yesterday on the stream. But if he had gotten drafted in the first round, they would have been two. I think they would have been one of three couples of
like
people.
the Stafford Kershaw thing.
Why can't I don't?
High
My
school,
mouth's not
high
working.
school teammates
My
that
mouth's
ended
not
up getting
working.
drafted.
My brain
Yes.
is not connecting. You know what I'm trying to say?
High school
Yes.
teammates that would be first
For
round
two
draft
different-
picks
for two
sports.
different sports.
Name one player coming later.
I did not name a player. It was.
But Rivers does this all the time where she's trying to say something.
And I just
and I
wanted
just
to-
had,
Yeah.
she's like, help me out here. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I need
But
a little more.
Of all the
information.
people
the thing.
I've ever known, no,
The guys.
truly, of all the
The thing.
people I have ever known, and it's gotten worse with age, because it's in my head, I know it. I just can't put words to it. Alondra nails it. It's like we're
Yeah,
playing
let's
charades, and
go.
I barely do any movement, and Alondra's like,
Got
she
you.
calls it. It's
Tell you.
incredible.
My
all right.
grandma's the same way.
Me and your grandma.
All right, we got to get some of these reads in, and we got to go to break. So I'm going to tell you about my friends at Trash Rangers. TrashRangers.com, guys. You need residential trash pickup? Check out Trash Rangers, okay? They have, if you live in Livingston or Ascension, you get to choose. And why not choose the people that are part of the community? This is a local business. It's not a national trash company where they keep the trash in Louisiana but take the profits out. These profits go back in your little league teams, your churches, your neighbors. They give a damn. They're more efficient. They're more reliable. They text you the night before it's your pickup day so you don't forget to put out the cans again like Tay-Tay and end up in the doghouse, okay? And if you're a business owner, front load dumpsters emptied anywhere from 1 to 6 times a week. You need a big 10, 15, 30-yard dumpster, big roll-off dumpster. They got your back. Go to TrashRangers.com. TrashRangers.com. More OTB next.
Off the bench.
Dos Equis, baby. It's time to go for Dos. You know, it was the perfect draft beer last night. See if you can guess. Dos Equis. And you know what the best part was? When I ordered it, they served it to me dressed up. Sexy little thing. Little lime poking out the top. Little push-up lime showing, you know? Little salt on the rim. I gave that thing a lick and drank it down quick. So good. I don't think this is a good read.
I don't like it.
Anyway, you know what the deal is, dude.
Trust me, it's good.
Dos Equis is good.
It's a very the read is bad, the beer is good, especially for spring. You're getting out to the box this week and be watching with the neighbors wherever you are. It's time to go for Dos and have ourselves a time with the tastiest beer in the game, and that is Dos Equis. I can't wait to drink more Dos Equis tonight. Dos Equis, go for Dos.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Watch it all fall out. Blow it up, blow it up. That's how we ball out. Throw it up, throw it up.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Strip clubs and dollar bills. Still got more money. Patron shots, gonna get a refill. Still got more money. Strip
God, I
on
love
up and
Sia.
down that pole.
What?
I'm just kidding. It's Rihanna,
I was
right?
like, oof.
Even though there were like
I love Riri.
there were like
I am
four
a
there were
huge
like
Riri
four
fan.
Sia songs
Yeah.
that I thought were Rihanna for years, and I just figured out they weren't.
Okay.
Do you know that her, it's Rihanna? She is said that.
Rihanna?
I mean,
She
I guess
says
the way
Rihanna.
it's spelled because it's
Two
two
N's.
N's, so the Anna at the end.
Rihanna.
I like Rihanna, though. I'm going with Rihanna.
But it's just one of those things where
Feels
we have
kinda
we have
country.
all taken it upon ourselves to change her
Well,
name.
it feels kind of country.
Rihanna.
Hey,
Like Rhiannon.
shoot, Bo, play that new Rihanna.
That's well, yes, Rihanna.
Girl with the guitar.
Girl with the guitar, dude.
I'm a huge Riri fan. I'm
Yes.
really upset that we're probably never going to get another album from her ever again.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
the
she's
last
just
one
like a
was so
billionaire
good.
I
anyway.
think she said that she's working on it, but she was just
She
like,
hasn't released one in like 9
she's
years.
like, I got these kids now.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want
and
to.
she's
And then it's
pregnant
been
again.
so long. She said it's
Yeah.
been so long
Yeah.
that she's not just gonna like willy nilly release.
No, it's
something,
literally
you
the
know?
last album she released was in 2016.
She would be doing it purely out of
Wanting to.
creative
Also,
views,
like I
right?
just love her vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Her
like,
and
she
ASAP
built like
Rocky
a-
are like my favorite.
I just love
I love
her.
him. I love her. They're very fashionable,
Yeah.
cool. Like
She has like, okay, the
he
last
like
album.
loves her. I mean,
yes.
Rihanna.
Right.
Ooh, sorry.
Her last
I wonder
album.
if
I don't think I
Rocky
can change
does
at this
everything
point.
quickly.
I know.
I
I just
know,
tried.
I don't know if I can go to Rihanna.
Her last
Maybe.
album is a no skip album.
Because then it's going to get annoying
Like-
because every time I say Rihanna to like someone in casual conversation, be like,
Be like, who?
Rihanna?
Well, it's
I'm
kind of like the Saucony
oh, well,
thing.
no, actually, Rihanna said it's Rihanna. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah, yeah.
blah.
So people say Saucony, but it's Saucony.
Yeah, Saucony.
What's Saucony?
What are we talking about?
So you know the shoes,
The,
No.
the,
The
running
brand,
shoes,
the running
Sa-
shoe brand.
Saucony?
People say Saucony.
I've never heard of this.
I bet if you saw it written out, you would.
Saucony.
Yes, but it's Saucony. But
Yeah.
but when you look at it, it's we were talking about this. Reading words and saying words is
Yeah.
hard. I have problems with it all the time, but it's said differently than what people say. Anyways, it's like that.
Saucony.
Yeah. Compromise.
Compromise is a good one.
I don't think I told you the story. So Alondra and I were talking about how I read words and then I say them a certain way in my brain, and then when they come out loud, I'm like, that's not how it is.
No, yeah.
So for a long time, I couldn't remember whether it was compromise or compromise. Whenever I was going to
It'd
say
be
it
like
out
that.
loud,
It'd
and
be
so
like that.
often I would go compromise.
Rivers, what is, since you were spot on about the Jags trade yesterday?
I was not. I saw it on the internet, but it was just funny because like
Nobody
Hanny
else
saw
really
it too.
saw it though, dude.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Sorry. Heard it here
What
first.
are you hearing about today? What is Ross? Since Ross was dead right on Kelvin Banks, what is Ross saying at 40? Since everybody hates my Milrow take
I don't
so
know
much,
that he
apparently.
has. He hasn't talked about that yet.
Oh, we didn't ask Jake.
What?
Oh, we
We
didn't.
didn't ask Jake
Oh, about 40?
about Milrow.
Caught it.
His
Oh wait,
seventh
here. Let me see.
round-
Let me tell you. I'll in real time. Ross has just. We're editing it currently. 5 second-round prospects to watch.
Okay.
Ole Miss cornerback Trey Amos.
Okay. Yep. Good player.
Let's see. South Carolina safety Nick
Emanwari.
Emanwari.
Emanwari is a phenomenal player.
Nice job.
Okay. Boston College edge Donovan
Something with an E. I'm not doing that one.
Eziru Aku.
Yeah. Seems right. Seems right. Nailed it.
He's
Good
right.
job.
Nailed it. Iowa State wide receiver Jaden Higgins. And then Louisville quarterback Tyler Shuck.
Yeah, wait, now, is that not insane? That's part of the reason why I don't like him. I guess if I forget that, like, I forget how
deceptive.
deep in the
Yeah.
weeds we are.
Hate that.
And that I can't always remember what's not common knowledge. But if you just listen to this show and you've heard Tyler Shuck, you would never guess his name is spelled Shoughh.
Show. I was gonna say show.
I would just say
Shoe?
show.
Either shoe or show. Yeah.
Tough and rough. I would think shuff.
Oh,
but-
okay. I never thought about rough and
Shuck.
tough. Good call. Yeah. But still, a hard consonant K sound. out of a GH. Absolutely ridiculous.
Imagine him having, like, growing up and every first day of school when they're, like, calling roll, him having to be like, it's actually Shuck.
And they're like, what?
I can't imagine that.
Are you, hey, it's like,
Shuck.
okay, you have detention. You're
You're
obviously
lying.
trying to F me. We got the class clown here. Okay,
Well,
Tyler.
As someone who had to do that, I get it.
Teacher.
That's
Well,
exactly.
My first name is Ashley, and every single first day of school, it
Your
was like
first name is
Ashley
Guys.
You
Rester,
never
and
do
I have
that?
to be like Rivers,
Yeah.
and they're like,
My mind
and
is
I'm like,
blown
I
right now.
promise that's
And then
my
I'm
name.
like, Creeks. Got him.
Every fourth grader for sure, they did it.
Y'all, my name is Alondra Villarreal.
Villarreal.
My entire life is here when they're saying Alejandra.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah,
just
that's
like,
true. That's
"Here,
true.
It's Alondra.
That's
and
true.
then they're like I'm like Villarreal. Or even if they just pause
Yeah.
before they get to my name, I know it's me.
Yeah.
I'm like, here.
In college, I mean, obviously, I wasn't correcting people because it was like, I don't need you to get to know me as an instructor. But like in high school, in like younger grades, you know, people needed to know my name was Rivers.
Yeah.
and
I
that was-
refused in Georgia to ever not pronounce my last name correctly, so I too ran into the thing of doing like Hebert spelled like Hebert, like every single time Hebert spelled like Hebert, H-E-B.
I can honestly say no one's ever gotten my
River,
name
but more
wrong.
than one.
Sharp,
More than
right?
one river.
No one's ever gotten mine wrong.
The other thing is, now this is kind of funny. Phonetically, when you're spelling my last name, it becomes very hard on the phone because the letters all sound the same.
Yeah.
H-E-B-E-R-T, that E-B-E.
And I can never remember.
Somebody on the phone's like,
E as
triple
in,
E?
Yeah,
I
E is
can't
in
remember-
echo, B
Oh, I
is
can't
in
remember all that.
Bravo, E is in echo, blah, 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 blah.
R
and,
is in-
and then, like, if you have to do, like, spell out my Gmail, like T-B-O-B, yeah, it's too many. Too many.
I'm not hyping him up. Just
What's your
because he
first name, Taylor? Or it's middle name?
Oh, it's a funny one. We heard it. Gideon?
It's Malone.
Oh, Malone.
Gideon? You Gideon? That's not even cool.
Very close with the Gideon. It's Malone. It's not a tradition. I mean, it's a family name. I don't know where it comes from.
What is it?
Malone.
Malone.
Malone, so
funny?
not Gideon
No.
at all. Got it.
This is my brother's middle name. No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
What's yours, Alondra?
I don't have a middle name.
Oh, literally, you just got two names.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't have which is surpuring for
I thought
Hispanic.
Mexicans
Well,
only
yeah.
had more
Don't
names.
like the Hispanic culture be like,
Yeah.
five names
Gideon?
alone.
Gideon.
I'm going to call you Gideon from now on.
Good name.
I cannot.
Crazy.
There's,
Like, where
Why did you even say that? Was that like a bit? Or did
But
you really
not
think it
Rivers.
might be Gideon?
No, I thought
Not
it was.
only did he say it,
It was
the
so
quickness
confident.
and the
I
confidence.
looked at him in the eye. I was like, Gideon, right?
Got it.
Here, Gideon?
He's like, "Hi, Rivers. I did not know this. It's Gideon." I'm like,
It's Malone.
It's not. I mean, it is.
I think
it is
Malone's
an
kind of a
odd,
cool name.
It is an odd middle
He's
name.
our own.
It's,
Look,
it's
he's
a
our own
family
little
name.
postie.
I
You
like,
are our little
It's
postie.
my dad's middle name. It's well, I'm younger, so I'm
What if
pre-Malone.
pre-Malone? Hell yeah, dude. What if Taylor showed up with always tired tattooed undersides?
I felt like doing that
I gotta
sometimes.
tell you, the list of things I would do before that is very, very long. Very long.
What if? Yeah, that makes sense. Whatever.
I was so, I mean, man, that
That
was,
bit was going
I
nowhere.
really
Yeah.
thought it was a bit.
Nah, that
I've
bit
wanted
was
to start doing this bit. I'm going to run it by you guys, see how you think it'll like play.
Okay.
Workshop it.
Anytime someone says a city, I'm going to be like, the Windy City.
I
doesn't
don't
make
get it.
sense to
I don't
me.
understand.
It's not
it at
supposed to
all.
make
like it.
sense. It's just a bit. It's like, I'm
No,
so hungry, I
mean,
can
I
eat
think
Taylor.
a bit has to make a little bit of sense.
I'm so hungry, I want to eat Taylor.
No, that made no sense. That made no sense. That only made sense because of the context on the internet.
Yeah.
Now, okay, are you doing? So you're doing
I've seen it on the internet.
You're doing like a Ron Burgundy thing,
The Windy City.
yes, like San Diego,
I heard it's
believes an
beautiful out
old
there.
wooden Civil
Yeah,
War ship
kind of
or
like
whatever.
you say any
Okay.
city, I'd be like, the Windy City.
Okay, yeah, okay.
What are we
I get the
talking
bit
about?
now. Never
I
mind.
think
I
it can
apologize.
work.
I apologize.
Also-
It's like, oh yeah, the Big Apple. Hell yeah, I love it.
Will
Yeah, okay, that
Ferrell
makes sense.
Also,
I
does
mean,
that
wow,
in-
you're shutting one bit idea down. You've got so many bits I laugh at.
I know. I didn't understand it. I get
We're
it now.
getting a random
I get it
call.
now. No, I get it now. What's that?
Should we answer this?
Yeah,
phone
answer
call?
the phone.
Yeah, definitely
Okay,
live
I'm
on air.
So excited.
Let's see what we got.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Uh,
Hopefully, okay, please don't cuss. You're literally on the air right now.
Yo, what's going on? Turn your radio
Turn your
down.
radio down.
Oh,
Okay, awesome.
they're like, nope, I did not call to be on air.
Anyway.
The Windy City.
Will Ferrell
Windy
does that.
City.
They were from
Rivers,
the Windy
Will Ferrell
City.
does this in another movie. He does it
Oh.
in Blades of Glory. Wherever they're,
Uh-huh.
like the thing is, it's like somewhere in Canada. It's like Montreal or something. He's
Yeah.
like, Montreal, city by the bay.
Okay, that's a good bit.
Yeah.
City
I
by
wish
the
somebody
Bay.
would do that. That'd be really funny if somebody did that.
I'll have to look it up where they're actually at. But I mean, it was not
The City by the Bay.
Yeah.
Go to K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, guys. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Take your home to the next level. Brandon Barton has been in this game and built it from the ground up for nearly 30 years, guys. And so when you have Brandon out to your home, he's going to look at it. And within the matter of a few minutes, he's going to take out a sundial. Not literally, but basically he's going to know exactly how the sun interacts with your home at every single portion of the day and what he can offer you both aesthetically and functionally to take your home to the next level. And these are things that'll help cool your house, so save you money, right? Maybe take glare off your television, keep you cool while you're outside. Talking about some like Jake has the great drop-down exterior shading for his outdoor kitchen. So he stays cool, grilling and chilling. But he got the knock-on benefit of, when he lowers it, the TV inside gets better. The house gets cool. And so drapery, shades, shutters, all of it at K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, and all price points. So home of your dreams or your first ever home. Congratulations. Let's maximize our greatest asset. That's K to Z, KTOZBlinds.com. More OTB next.
Off the bench.
Go to Cool Pro. Hey, no. All-Star, because I didn't know Secchi's wrong. Okay. Go to All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota is your one-stop car shop, guys. Join me in the minivan gang, the MVG. No rubber ducks here. Freaking weirdos. Just doors that slide open in crowded parking lots with buttons to open them on the top of your car, on your keys, by hand, a million buttons on the inside. So many buttons it'll blow your mind.
The most buttons.
The most buttons at All-Star Toyota. You want a big old truck like a Tundra? Or maybe like an actual work truck like a Tacoma, right? Either way, it's all there at All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge. Right there off of Airline. Go to it, very conveniently located. Check them out today. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge.com.
Baton Rouge's home for real rock. It's Eagle 98.1. Foo Fighters. Led Zeppelin. AC/DC. Pearl Jam. And the flagship home for LSU sports. Take us anywhere with the Eagle 98.1 app. Eagle 98.1 is the rock station.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Bend Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them. The law offices of O.C. Brown are here to protect you and your rights. Felony or misdemeanor, DUI or drug charge. No matter what crime you're accused of, you still have rights. Let the law offices of O.C. Brown uphold them. Call 225-343-1111. Your law firm for a lifetime.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
Welcome in to the best morning sports-ish show around. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, wait. Oh, this isn't clean.
Oh,
wow. Good
no.
call. Good
Good call.
save.
Because Sabrina gets a little spicy.
Yeah.
Sabrina gets, I have a
Wait,
really
hang on. I want to put the clean version on there.
Yeah, you find
I'm
that.
vibing.
I'm going to start asking this question. So we're going to have the guys answer first. I have a very important question. I saw on the internet.
Yes.
With really no follow-up to like what the answers say about the person. But it says you can tell everything about a man by which of these three things he would rather be.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Oh, I love this.
So you're just going to ask us.
But it didn't tell me what each means.
Okay.
So I think we just have to come up with our own answers
right.
here. Would you rather be a samurai,
Yeah.
a cowboy,
Okay.
or a pirate?
Not
Also,
even close.
chat, get up in
Not
here.
even
Tell me.
close. Cowboy.
Oh, I thought you were going to go samurai.
So
'Cause that's very Jedi, right?
Samurai would have been choice number 2, but that's the thing. It's a little too uptight.
Okay.
Like the true samurai discipline.
Okay.
is,
Okay. That's
here.
not. That's a shock. So cowboy.
Where it's like, yeah, because cowboys are living free.
Okay.
Pirate, awful.
So pirates are kind of living free.
You're on, yeah,
also.
but no, but
but
you're
you're in
on
the water a lot. This is
Okay,
concerning.
what's your answer really quick?
Turns
One,
out I'm not
this is
into raping and pillaging. You
this
know,
is-
not one of my favorite
Shut-
things
yeah.
to do.
It's
I guess
concerning
thank
because
God.
I also thought T-Bob was going to go samurai, and I'm scared because we have the same answer. For me, it's easily cowboy.
I knew
think that's
you
an
would say
obvious,
cowboy.
Yeah, that's an obvious
What do you think that
one,
says
but-
about them, Alondra?
So, first of all, whenever
it's
you
me and
said
T-Bob,
pirate,
Let's
obviously, like-
psychoanalyze here for a
When
If
you
it's
minute.
me and T-Bob, it's obviously like peak masculinity,
Yeah, yeah.
athletic ability, that type
Probably
of
like
thing.
Great
very,
hats.
like
Yeah.
very well endowed, just men that everybody wants to be or be with.
Great
I agree,
hats.
Taylor.
that's not what I
Great
got from
hats.
that.
Yeah.
That's not what I
God,
got
we
from
saw
that.
a good-looking cowboy at Don Juan
We
last
did.
night.
Oh,
He
we
was-
did.
he
He was
was a
a
good-looking
large
cowboy.
He was
fella.
so jacked and he
Yeah.
was bigger than me, and I was
T-Bob
like,
T-Bob
sorry.
kept
tried to
backing up,
bow
trying to.
I was trying to like look at him over my shoulder. What's up, dude?
T-Bob was
Ready to
standing a
work
little
out?
taller.
Yeah, he
Well,
was.
I had my boots on, so I
Yeah.
was like extra tall.
He was bigger than T-Bob.
I know.
But
Shut
apparently
up.
he played in the NFL for a little while.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was.
I think his name was.
Well, I did too for 3 weeks. No,
Okay, so what is
I
it?
did not.
What
I
is
don't know who
it?
that was.
What does it say? Like, so
Okay.
you didn't.
No, he did. They didn't
So-
tell.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't tell me what it says
Okay,
about
so
you.
Alondra's going to give us her
She's gonna
hypothesis.
psychoanalyze.
As soon as you said
Ask
pirate,
ChatGPT.
as soon as you said pirate, I'm like, whoever picks pirate, first of all, scammer. Second
Yeah,
of all,
true.
red
I mean,
flag.
yeah.
Very big red flag.
Huge red flag if
Huge
you're
red
picking
flag.
pirate.
Criminal.
Yeah, criminal. You are not a good person
Okay,
if you
okay.
pick pirate, I don't think.
So you're probably like I imagine pirates being very charismatic.
And you're sneaky
Like
then.
Well, okay,
the
yes,
toxic
yes,
boyfriend
yes,
that you
yes.
had.
But that
Are we
kinda doesn't
going?
give
The
that
thing
to
is,
me.
are like.
Which
To
so
me,
I
it
don't
gives
think that
dirty.
either of you give me. You don't give me toxic boyfriend vibes. So
No.
I think that tracks.
But
Do
like
we-
pirate just gives me like dirty, like you're just.
But are you
not-
able, if you
Like
like
Snake,
pirates, are you
right?
able to
Like a-
recognize that about yourself?
So I think this. Hold on. I think this.
Would you
real
ever
quick.
pick
trying to
pirate?
say
Yeah, I think pirates would pick
Would you
pirate.
ever
Oh,
pick
yeah, I see what you're
I think pirates
Would you
would
ever
pick pirate.
pick pirate?
Here's the deal, though, because
Yes,
we can
because you would
approach
be
this
proud
like
that you're a pirate.
Pirate would be narcissistic,
Right,
probably.
yes.
I would
Exactly.
think.
we can approach this very historically realistic,
Yes.
and that's one answer. And then maybe like, but even in the
Wait,
romanticized
what's the-
versions,
This might be
I
a dumb
think I'm
question.
still cowboy.
What's
Yeah.
the difference in
So I don't wanna be on the
privateers
water
and
either.
pirates? Because Zach said, are we talking privateers or talking
Privateers
pirates?
are basically just pirates that are government endorsed.
Okay,
Queen
so-
Elizabeth was big on this. Sir Francis Drake, just a pirate.
So
but he
like
carried a
military
letter of
pirate,
marque.
military. So basically just like
The
A
powdered
Navy.
wig guys
The
on
Navy,
Pirates of the
yeah.
Caribbean.
so Navy.
Well, no, but
Navy.
they're not actually military. They're independent contractors.
Oh,
more like
got it, okay.
they've just been given
Interesting.
governmental. They've been given
They're like a
governmental
government
approval.
militia for the pirates.
Got it.
They can no, like they could. It was okay. So Spain and England competing over the oceans.
Yeah.
And basically, this was weaponizing the pirates that already exist. Like, oh, hey, check it out. We're not going to kill you.
Right.
And in fact, we're going to endorse you.
Yes.
But don't attack our ships. Go raid Spain's
Okay.
and bring us back the money.
I mean, kind of smart.
Yeah, very smart.
Yeah.
That's why Queen Elizabeth led the golden age of
Okay.
England.
So
Yeah.
that's what pirates are.
I would
Name
say
one
that's
player.
so
Queen
pirates.
Elizabeth, the original queen.
Name one player. So we've talked about pirates. So then what do you think samurai is? Let's go backwards to the ones they did.
Samurai
Samurai-
to me is a little more just like,
Yeah, exactly. Like a.
just
Like very structured,
Yeah, like
discipline.
type A, maybe like a banker or
Ooh,
something.
okay, yeah,
Like
yeah,
an
yeah.
investment
Finance
but
banker.
not a
bro.
finance bro. That's a little more
No.
piratical.
Like
like an
oh,
accountant.
Right.
Like a boring finance guy.
Yeah. Not
like a
like
boring
private equity
finance
kind
person.
of thing, but like a not Wall Street kind of thing, but like a banker. Like
Yeah, Wall Wall Street guy's more of a
white
pirate.
collar,
Like a
Dustin
white
Johnson.
Wall Street
Yeah.
guy's probably a pirate.
Wall Street's probably a pirate.
Okay.
Wall Street's absolutely a pirate.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jordan
so
Belfort Pirate.
Pirate.
So then,
100%.
okay, what are Cowboys?
Hey, man, we just
That's
like to have a
your-
good
yeah,
time, Bo.
That's you like to
you know?
just
So to
vibe.
have good
It's
vibes.
somewhere, it's somewhere
You're
in
here to
between.
vibe.
Fun guy that you like to go out with.
It's
and
somewhere
like
in
y'all,
between.
Y'all go out, y'all have a good time. He's a hard
Exactly,
worker.
dude.
Like
Taylor
y'all-
doesn't get
Exactly,
hungover.
dude.
That's
Don't-
so true.
He's definitely a cowboy.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think we figured it out.
I think we figured it
Like to
out.
drink
Great job,
black
guys.
coffee and eat beans. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you do drink black coffee.
Hell yeah.
I like beans.
And I love to
I too love
love a
beans.
heater.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't like beans?
Oh yeah, Cowboys. I can see
Cowboy
Cowboys being
killer.
Cowboys love
really
heaters.
into
Cowboy
cigarettes.
killer.
Yeah.
They
Steak.
call cigarettes.
I love inseminating cows. Just, you know, all the things.
Yeah.
Okay, good job, guys.
Hell yeah.
I think we
Thank you.
nailed it.
I think we figured it out.
Yeah. There's one thing I know.
Um,
It's vibes.
Yeah, Cowboys are vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine the feeling of
We're getting another
walking
random
through
call.
those saloon
Like,
doors?
sure.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Kaylin got me this.
It's got a bunch of it's got like a champagne glass, a
Little
martini.
Tommy Bahama drinking shirt.
Yeah.
Tommy
Every
Bahama.
man needs a Tommy Bahama drinking shirt in their closet.
Yeah.
Like
Thank
you
to my
probably
wife.
have lots of drinking shirts.
I do. That is true.
I just realized this the other day. I mean, I've seen the picture a million times, but so Jake's been coming on, phone, and Taylor keeps pulling weird random photos of Jake to use.
Hell yeah.
And which is funny to me because he has
I
an
haven't
actual
noticed.
headshot on our website.
Can't open it.
You can save it though.
Not on here.
Oh, if you go to LouisianaSports.net, you could, I think.
145. Can't do it.
But okay,
Plug.
anyways, he has but so I was pulling it up to show Alondra. I was like, they have all these headshots, but you're right next to Jake's headshot. And T-Bop, and I've seen the picture a million times. He's in his like fruit shirt
Yeah,
or whatever.
my
And
Moo
I
fruit
knew
shirt.
that it was unbuttoned,
Yeah.
but I didn't realize
Oh, it's a deep V.
Chest hair.
how
all out.
unbuttoned.
Oh, yeah.
It is like
below nip.
Yes. It
I
is
told-
down to below sternum.
Yeah.
It is like
I told Rome this. My ideal unbuttoning is to right below sternum. Yeah.
yeah, it's right below sternum.
Bruh,
No,
if
she
I was
said-
a woman with big boobs, then things would be jing-jangling all around 24/7.
Ching
I mean,
jangling.
I'd have so much cleavage on display, it'd be absurd. I'd be thirst trapping like I don't know, like I was catching people in the desert.
See, but this is the thing.
like an oasis. I'd be thirst trapping like an oasis mirage.
But if you do that all the time, then it means like nothing. If it's just out all the time. So then whenever you have them out, people are like, oh, dang. You know what I mean?
I don't hate the theory. That's the thirsty
That's why,
man
like,
theory,
that's
right?
why
Where
whenever,
the
like-
drink of water tastes so much better because of how thirsty you got.
Yeah.
But I just love having my shirt unbuttoned.
Fair.
I like
You're
showing
just
man
jing-jangling
cleavage.
around.
Yeah, so I imagine
like,
if I
you
was one
could-
with big boobs, I'd love showing that off.
But if you're thirst trapping all the time, you're drowning people.
Yeah,
yeah,
then,
no,
then
that's
it's
fine.
like, does it
but
matter?
that's what I would do, so it doesn't matter.
Daniel
I've-
Basham.
I've came up with a whole system.
I know.
that I wanted to
Help me out with
workshop
my
this.
yeah.
I
Dude.
explained to Alondra that every
Yeah,
8 days,
I know.
every 8 days, thirst trap.
Thirst
perfect.
trap.
Taylor,
Okay.
of course, has a take that he's
I have-
mansplaining to Alondra
No,
how to
think about it.
correctly
It-
thirst
it
trap
makes
on
sense.
social media.
It makes sense. It's not too often to where people are like, oh,
I
this
get-
is
no,
desperate for
hey, you know
attention.
what?
Last
But
thirst
it's
trap.
but it's frequent enough to where people don't forget about you.
I consider that, and look, I'm not ever on the internet trying to thirst trap, but I do recognize that certain pictures are probably more thirst trappy
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
others,
Yeah.
and I have to keep them separated.
You
Like
do.
I can't.
because you can't overload it.
I
But
also-
then again, you're
yes.
like,
it's
I gotta
because then it
post
becomes
at
too
some
much. Because if
point.
someone's like
Yeah.
on my page, I don't want to be like, oh god, everything is just like a thirst trap.
The last true thirst trap I posted October 30th.
Okay, that was too long ago. That was way too long ago.
Got to get that up.
Daniel Basham, so funny. The next segment, Rivers is going to ask us if we would still love her if she was a worm.
God,
Hey,
what
guys.
if I
The
just had
answer-
some giant boobs?
Look,
That'd
look,
be sick.
that is some chest hair there.
I mean,
That'd be
it's
sick.
so low.
So,
Yeah.
so she sent me the screenshot.
It's a
and I'm
great
like,
photo,
it's
though.
so
They
funny.
told me to be myself.
It's so funny because everybody's like in a button up in a jacket, and then you're in that, and
Yeah,
Jake's in a hoodie.
They said show up
Come
as you are.
Exactly.
Come as you are.
How come? All right, when we get back, let's close out the show. OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to coolprohvac.com today, guys. Coolprohvac.com. You need, HVAC. Summer's around the corner. You need your AC to be running. It's hot as hell here, guys. We all understand that. And so if anything does go wrong, you know who to call. It's Cool Pro. But I want to talk to you about preventative measures, okay? There's no dispatch fee at Cool Pro, so it costs you nothing for them to come give you a little checkup. So get a checkup, see where your system's at. Maybe some minor maintenance now can, help stave off something big down the road. Or maybe nothing's wrong and you have peace of mind. Again, no dispatch fee. So Cool Pro HVAC, they're local, they're the best. And when you deal with them, you're like, man, that was actually really enjoyable. And then you could become a pro member. It's $99 for the entire year. You get 24/7 monitoring, priority scheduling, 1 hour service windows. Go to coolprohvac.com.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
It's not just a game, it's a religion. You've got your team color, team swag, and now your very own website, LouisianaSports.net. Everything LSU, Saints, and Pelicans. Sports on demand. In-depth coverage by sports writing pros with continuously updated news. And with the LouisianaSports.net newsletter, you get pinged directly with top trending stories. Best of all, now and always, no paywall. It's free. LouisianaSports.net, powered by 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Your home for Louisiana sports.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar, but instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
At Auctioner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Auctioner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one: you. Auctioner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Family owned and community driven.
Service Chevrolet Cadillac, a legacy you can trust since 1972. Service Chevrolet Cadillac, our family serving your family.
For over 50 years.
Crime has serious consequences, but anyone can make a mistake. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, know that you have rights, and it's okay to demand them.
Back at it, where sports talk meets pure chaos. Off the bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Sentences that are funny to hear out loud.
I was going to say, I only
Ask
caught
the
some
Bilbo
of that.
Bonnie Blue question.
Wow, I cannot
I know where it is.
Where is it?
He says,
ask it
Wait,
again.
hold on real quick. Boudreaux's Electrical, boudreauxelectrical.com. You need a Generac home generator. Protect your home during storm season. Keep your lights on. Keep your meat frozen. You
Bonnie
want
Blue?
Boudreaux's. No, she ain't freezing these.
that is thawed.
Generac home generator. Again, they're the premier dealer in Louisiana. 24/7 monitoring. Everybody's a VIP. Family owned and operated since '82. boudreauxelectrical.com. All right, ask the bench. What is this you're talking about here, Taylor?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't
Bilbo
see
says, ask the bench, did you know there's a Bonnie Blue Street in Walker? Yes, I did.
Named after the Bonnie Blue?
I doubt it. It's been there
I doubt
for
it.
years. So it's in the
Which
Woodland
came
Crossing,
first?
the Woodland Crossing subdivision. If you're in Walker, you know where that is. It's First Street. I had many friends that lived on that street, and yes, that is the first thing I thought of when Bonnie Blue's name popped up.
Ooh. Ask the bench. What was a worse curse? T-Bob's Tennessee hype video or Omar the Tiger?
Yeah, I was going to maybe,
I watched that video yesterday. I was going to put it in one of our articles, then I was like, I don't know.
So I have a lot going on, but I've been like, oh man, I should probably do a Tennessee video, but
Have you seen any of those, Alondra?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody.
Was that before you?
Now
It was
everybody's
before
saying
me.
I'm a jinx. Like, I don't think
Those
I'm going to
videos
stretch
are so
myself
good,
to do
though.
it.
Should we do it?
No, I don't think I'm going to stretch myself to do it.
Why?
They're so funny.
Because it takes like a lot of writing. And I don't know if I
But they're
got time
so
to
good.
that.
The one I watched yesterday was like you're in your backyard. You're doing
Yes.
like the.
I will guarantee.
That's a good
That's
one.
the
I
good
think
one.
my favorite one's one, and this one I think we actually won. But it's where I do like the wake up, like Negan thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
tap,
yeah,
tap,
yeah,
tap
yeah.
with the bat. But no, I'm gonna save it for the postseason.
Okay.
I'll guarantee one for the postseason. I don't think I can swing it today.
Which gets more traffic?
What?
Which Bonnie Blue gets more traffic?
Oh yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
The human for sure.
A bunch of dudes just pulling into driveways, pulling out of driveways.
Pulling out.
Yeah, I was trying to
Entering
make a joke.
driveways,
I don't
then
know.
pulling out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Arby's. I don't know what that's about.
And guys, no, I'm not a jinx every time in the Tennessee videos. Yes, majority of the time, okay? But one of the times we won.
I'll say Omar the Tiger just because like your video was good. Like
Omar.
nobody thought Omar was a good idea. Even if you
Nobody.
won that game, it's stupid. Like that's by far the worst.
How does Rivers age like Paul Rudd? Hi.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Nookie says, Rivers, props on hosting last night. The show went really
I didn't
well.
do much. I just sat
Hell
there.
yeah.
I just sat there so that Hanny and Ott could thoroughly drink before they got on the stream.
Yeah, we just lubed him up, got him ready to go. Asked the bench if I've learned anything about Taylor. It said his middle name is Gideon. He took his bachelor trip to Cleveland, and he's Deion's #1 fan. and he
None
looks
of
like
those
a
are true.
Lego.
I
Anything
do
else?
kind of look like a Lego.
someone
The
who
other three are
loves
not
Cleveland?
true.
It
Hanny.
wasn't Cleveland. It was Sandusky.
Hanny likes
Hanny
Or what was
loves
it?
Cleveland.
Cleveland
he like gave us
sucks.
a whole
Well, I mean, he
speech.
gave a good
He gave a
defense.
speech about
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Cleveland's bad.
Cleveland's
Cleveland
bad.
rocks.
Cleveland rocks.
Okay.
City?
I mean it. Rock and Roll
The
Hall of Fame.
Windy City.
No wind. Oh, that's a good bit. All right, see you about
By the bay.
Later.
Off the bench.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
ED, low T, or simply seeking to optimize your health and performance? Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness offers a range of discreet services to address your specific needs. We empower men to reclaim their health and confidence. Visit yourgoodwood.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless